Hampton League Live. Welcome to your live coverage of the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, right here on Streamer, Australia's premier community sports streaming platform. The best coverage of local footy and netball on the Great South Coast starts now. For Warrnambool Nissan, Baitness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool. This is the 3YBFM Hampton League Live Match of the Day, live and free on Streamer.
Weekend. Let's go downstairs to Philip Possum Kelly. They've just had the toss of the coin toss, I believe. Who won and who's kicking which way?
They have indeed, Stewie. And Liam Hoy won the toss for Koroit, and he's elected to kick to the Bega Cheese end of Koroit here this afternoon. And that breeze has still got up a little bit more. A bit more than when we spoke last time. So, but as I said, no real advantage to either end, sort of more or less blowing straight across the ground.
Going to be a good game of footy here. Tip and Poss.
Tough one, isn't it? Look, I'm leaning towards Koroit, to be honest. I just reckon on their home deck, and they got a bit of form back last week. South coming off a loss. Obviously, they'll be keen to atone, but I reckon Koroit in a close one.
Hilly, who are you going with?
Yeah, gee whiz, a tough one. I think like last week, I reckon it's going to be a game that might be only a goal between the two sides. Koroit with no great confidence, because I know what South are capable of, and they're a very good side, but I think I might stay with Koroit by only just within a kick. And just a quarter time score in our open netball. Grand final rematch from last year. South taking on Koroit. South have got a 6-goal lead, 14-8.
Beautifully done, Hilly. And players getting into position. For what it's worth, I am going to tip the Koroit Saints today on their home deck to get the job done over the Roosters. But I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of young talent. I was really impressed with young Sammy Rhodes last week in the second half in particular. Thought he was good. I'm looking forward to seeing Will Rantel. I've got a bit of raps on Rango. I reckon he's got a heap of ability too. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of these kids. Jack Grayland, another one. And also Desi O'Keefe, who's going to the bench to start this contest. It's going to be a beauty. And it looks like Shannon Becks too, Hilly, is going to start into the ruck. So it's not ideal for mine, because he's just such a good forward. But I think they've just got to work out their best ruck combination, don't they, South? And they're going to have to just run with it for the year.
Yeah, I guess Monk looked okay at times last week, but certainly going to get used to playing within the South Warrnambool system. Hasn't been a part of it for a few years. But they've got a few different options there. You've got Riley Thomas, you've got Shannon Beck, Jed Henderson can also run in there as well as a bit of a hybrid ruck. So they have got some options. But all is in readiness for another edition of Good Friday footy.
Tell you what I've noticed too, boys, just wandering downstairs, the breeze has really got up in the last half hour or so. So it's blowing across the ground predominantly, yeah, okay. I reckon.
Right, let's get things underway. Umpire Ash Jennings holds the ball aloft. Good Friday footy. It is on, and it's going to be Becks up against Big Jakey McCosh. So the mechanic versus the carpet layer. Big fish comes down. Hoy in there as he always is all day. Jenny Henderson tries to get a quick kick out. Could have been driven into the ground. There's Hoy again. Could have been taken high. Umpire says no, holding the pill. And Shannon Becks will get the first free kick and the first kick of the afternoon, Hilly.
So Becks, he was looking at maybe just giving that passing handball, but decides just to go back behind his mark. So the short kick's on, finds Henderson, reaches the 15 metres.
Important player, I reckon, Jed Henderson.
Oh, he's so flexible where he can go forward, back in the midfield. That was a low kick and a nice mark taken by Jackson Couch. He keeps it low to the goal square, looking for Sam Kelly. He'll get it, feeds the handball out. Handballs to Lenihan across the face.
Fair goal.
And what a start for the Roosters with a right foot snapper. Lucas Brothers snag of the day. And they get first blood in this Good Friday clash. 1 straight 6. The Saints yet to score. And that is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard.
Lucas Brothers snag of the day, right, from Lenihan. That was really clean in the pocket. Kind of come from nowhere, to be honest. And what a cracking start by the South Warrnambool Roosters. Ice Kelson, first quarter, first score, first blood to the Roosters.
Yeah, and it came off the back of some good work from Becks in the middle. Laid a nice tackle, and he's been terrific to start the game.
Becks goes up again, wins this one down against McCosh. Wrapped up there is Byrne going nowhere, and umpire Mickey Lowther says, let's have another ball up here, boys. Good crowd out here at Victoria Park, Koroit, for this Good Friday contest.
Great crowd.
So Lowther balls it up, and it's Becks and McCosh again. Becks grabs it, handball goes forward, looking for Nicholson, taken high that time was Hoy, but I just think the umpire just on the wrong side of the play there. Nico looking for the free kick, Hoy not happy.
He's in everything, Hoy.
He's beaten everything early, hasn't he? So we're going to have a third bounce. Becks up against McCosh once again. This time Becks palms it down, goes and gets it again. So he's had a really good start here. Coming through there. Once again, Shannon Becks kicks around the body, kicks forward, looking for Kelly. On his hammer is Hodgins, gathers Kelly, swings onto that left foot, bouncing football, wants it done, goes through for a minor score. Jeez, that would have been a nice clean start for South Warrnambool.
Yeah, he has a knack of getting to the right spot, Kelly, doesn't he? And he doesn't need too many kicks to do you harm, as we all know.
So Mooney with the kick-in duties, life member in 2024. Oh, Rook drops, but good enough to recover. Gets a running handball to Mooney. He's going to have to get it on the boot quick. Goes down centre wing, out in front. There are the Saints. The handball to Dobson. Works it back to go forward. Goes to Hamish Dobson. McCutcheon was quick enough in the end. McCosh now. Dobson's got a bit of time to try and get it inside forward 50. He goes long. Mullen does well. Byrne puts the afterburners on against Lenehan. And it's rolling and rolling. And it's touched on the last line of defence for the Saints, and they get their first score. So it's 1-7 to 1 behind, and that's on the Solomons Flooring Blind scoreboard.
I'm only specialist comments for 3/4 of the ground here, boys, at Koroit.
She's tough to see. You've got to look out the window. So a short kick that time by Mullen to Gallichan. So Gallichan's got the Leo Allen short. Jack Day gives a lead as well. Goes further afield. Big fly that time. Oh, good mix by Dobson. Good to see him back in the Koroit Saints colours, the co-coach. Swings on, plays on quickly, and a beautiful kick into the pocket. And a nice mark has been taken down there, and he's going to go back, and I think it might be Jackie Block who's going to go back and have a shot. He's a left footer, so it's on the right side for a left footer. He would have kicked plenty of these at training. And Jackie Block is going to go back and have a shot. Comes in, kicks on its way. Is it fading back enough? No, it doesn't. Just goes through for a minor score. So the Saints, they go to 2 behinds, 2 points. They trail the Roosters 1-1-7 on the Solomons Flooring Blind scoreboard.
Hey, Poss, let's go down to you. What's the advantage down to the Beaker Cheese end goals-wise, do you reckon, in this term?
Not great, I don't think, Hilly. Probably a couple, but that kick there from Sam Dobson, I know he had the player free, but it wasn't the ideal spot because kicking from that pocket, the ball's going to, as that did, it's going to go across the face a lot. So you're probably better off trying to get it a little bit more inboard and then aim for that right-hand goal post as we look at it kicking at that end.
Jeez, he's done it again. Becks just stood tall and took a nice contested mark.
He's had a few touches earlier.
Looks to centre the kick. It's a beauty. Finds Henderson. He'll bring it to the broadcast side with a switch kick. Walker Owen, the grand final hero, kicked that match-winning goal. Short to Will Rantel. First game of the season on the GWV Rebels list. Goes inside looking for Kelly. Good mark. And Kelly will have a set shot, 35 out eyes, Kelson.
Terrific setup from South. They just found space, didn't they? And of course they're such a skillful side. They'll hurt you by foot if you have a man clear, and that's exactly what they did there.
Great kick there by
beautiful kick.
Yeah, good composure.
And that just shows you, I think, that the breeze is more across the ground. I don't think there's any real disadvantage to the non-Beaker end.
Kelly looking for his third goal of the season, and he's done enough, and that's the first of the afternoon. And the Roosters have started strongly here at Vic Park. They go to 2-1-13, leading Koroit 2 behinds, and that's on the Solomon Floorington Blind scoreboard. Plus, let's go to you, all thanks to B&B Furniture plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, ideal start by the Roosters, Hilly, and both those goals have come from entries from that far side, which is, again, so much better. I think if you're kicking in from this side of the ground, even to those top-end goals, the ball's going to push across the face, so it is definitely the better avenue to goal.
So the Roosters off to a fly here. 2-1-13. Saints 2 behinds, 2 points. They kick in with a breeze in the first quarter. This time it's Bradley up against Monk. Coming through there is Neve. Gets a handball quickly to McCutcheon. Swings onto his non-preferred side on that right foot. Goes forward. Rook's the target. Or getting in front there. Well, the mark's been paid. Good mark in the end to Rook. Good to see him back in the Saints colours.
Looks fit.
He does look fit. He kicks further afield. Nice kick and a nice mark has been taken by that man. Same spot virtually as before. Squared up a little bit more. He'd take a little bit of confidence out of that last shot. Jack Block. And he'll go back, and I would imagine...
I'm backing him in this time, Matty.
He'll nearly slot this one, Eyes.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Just get it to the left post a bit.
The left post. And just let it float back. So Jack Block, nearly the same position as a couple of minutes ago, comes in. Strikes it better this time. It's a goal. Straight through the middle. And the Saints hit the scoreboard for the first time. They get a 1-2-8. They trail the Roosters 2-1-13. Solomon's Warrnambool scoreboard. That was a good build-up, good finish, Jack Block.
Yeah, nice kick from Block. He just he did it with ease. In actual fact, it sailed through, and a pretty good start. Koroit have had enough of the football. It's just that South have finished a little bit better forward, haven't they?
Yeah, clean entries inside forward 50. And as you said, that wind's going to be something to be mindful of. So they're very careful with their possessions that they're going inside forward 50. Not just a dump kick, being really particular with the way they set it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Dobson involved again with that forward entry.
Yeah, he's a ripper, isn't he, Sam Dobson? He started the season well, that is for sure. Averaging 20 disposals. He's kicked 3 goals.
Well, we've got 2 genuine stars of the game here that have both started really well, and that's Bex and Dobson, of course.
So let's go back into the centre. Umpire Lowther. So Bradley up against Monk. And no one got a clear, decisive hand on that one, and we'll go for a secondary throw-up.
See Big Gibbo just driving in on the far outer side in the Wilbur and Koroit, the big fella.
Very nice coffee and breakfast.
Oh, it's a great
joint
feed down there. We went down there last Sunday, mate. Magnificent.
Monk grabbed it out of the rack, and he's ping for holding the ball. He just couldn't get it out in time. So Bradley with the free kick. He's going to bring it to the broadcast side. It has to be good. Rob couldn't take the mark. Scooping it up beautifully there was Sam Rhodes. Half forward the destination, finds Noonan. So Tommy Noonan inside forward 50. The target's going to be Bex, and they jump all over him. At the back there is Kelly. He's got some time to work the kick around, centre it, looking for Nicholson. He finds him. Geez, they're clever, aren't they, the Roosters?
What happened then happens so often within the South Warrnambool lineup. There was 2 players went to Bex, as you can understand, but that left Kelly all on his own.
He draws the attention, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he's a nice user too, Kelly. Doesn't waste a kick.
Absolutely.
So Nicholson, what a star he's been, looking for his first goal of the afternoon. He's going to go short, and it's a good one in the end.
Unselfish.
They're finding space though, South Warrnambool, aren't they? Like they're just holding onto the footy and waiting till something breaks.
How clean was this kid on the wing just in front of us, boys?
Oh, he's a good kid.
Yeah, he is.
Under 16 league best and fairest winner. Would have been 2 seasons ago, and an enormous talent. So Sam Rhodes, he'll kick from about 30 metres out. He keeps it low. It's going to drop short. And on the last line of defence there is McCutcheon for the Koroit Saints.
So the Saints now from defensive 50. Kick comes out. Not good. There's little Maxi Irving. Bananas one from the boundary, but it misses everything. And it goes straight out of bounds.
It didn't
right
swing
on
back.
top of the Sungold Fresh Local Milk sign. And that Sungold Fresh Local Milk looks really good on those Tommy Sherrans down there. That is for sure. Here you go, the Saints trying to build something, but the kick not good. It's been cut off that time. Far out of sight, I reckon it might be Jack Dye. So Dye, normally a beautiful kicker. The football kicks long and strong, getting back. Got good mark. Really nice mark taken there for the Koroit Saints. I couldn't quite pick up who it was, but it was a nice grab.
He must have paid the free kick, Stewie, because he's paid advantage. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It was a Peter Box Bridgestone highlight of the day contender. Saints now go further afield. Good punch there from Thomas, who looks like he's got the job on Connor Byrne this afternoon, and what a big job that's going to be. It's going to be a tantalising contest. A couple of young guns, Hilly.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of stars of the competition. So, centre wing's the destination. And the Roosters, they currently lead by 5 points. Front position, Monk got the double-handed pat down. Numbers around the ball through Harrington. Got it out. Here's Neve. Goes inside forward 50 deep into the pocket, and it's going to be too wide for McCutcheon. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Pice, let's go to you, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, just watching that after you mentioned it, Hilly, that Isaac Thomas, every chance he gets, he's just got a hand or a little nudge on Connor Byrne. So keep your eye on that one throughout the day. Could go a long way to deciding how this game pans out.
Good boundary throw in. Monk the tap down, loose footy. Grayland, Allerton, good tackle there, Grayland. Too high in the end. And Leo Allerton, who's in his 3rd game of senior football at the Roosters, will get the free kick in the deep right forward pocket.
So he plays on quickly, squares it up there to a teammate in Galachan. Oh, his kick's got to be good, but it's not been cut off this time by Rook. So right on the 50-metre arc, so a turnover. He'd like to have that one back, Corey, again. A little dinky kick over the top. He made Will Cash kind of sit underneath it, and Grayland Dye gets back. So it's Atchison, who was good last week, kicks, looks for the boundary. How are they going to read this? Crackers Fleming says, no, it was all legit.
We don't see that rule much in Hampton League unless it's absolutely
Tight.
obvious.
Unless it's late in the game or something, isn't it?
Controversial.
Possum Kelly just getting a few stats downstairs too, all thanks to Spooky Senator
Is that a little Kel down there with him? He's got the Merivale jumper on, I reckon.
He's got the snowy blonde there too. Doing it all, Kel. Here comes Hoy. Dispossessed that time by Jetty Henderson. Stacks on the mill. And Crackers Fleming says, give it to me, boys. Let's have a ball up. An old Dennington legend. Of course, his brother Mooney Fleming. Good man too, Mooney.
There's a couple of Moonies out there.
Here goes Grayland. He's dispossessed far out of side. Right in front of our camera crew, Logan Kelly and the boys doing a magnificent job too in season 2025, Hilly.
Getting the breeze right in the mush is Logan, who is doing a great job.
Yeah, Pure Stream AV, our providers of footage for 2025, doing super. Here's Nicholson. Had it and lost it. They jump on it here, the Saints. Gee, some hard contested footy being played out there on that outer centre wing. And it's still play on. The Roosters, they almost got it out. Thompson locked in, and umpire Fleming will resume play once again. So it's 5 points, 2-1-13 to 1-2-8. And on the league contracting time clock, we've played 13 and a half minutes. The big jump there from McCosh. Henderson, the clearing kick from the stoppage. Out in front, Smith, good handball, finds Walker Owen. Inside 50, reading it nicely there was Benny Miller. He'll go with that left kick outside, the defensive 50. Gee, the Roosters, they're building a really hard wall to break down when they're getting outside D50, the Saints. And the kick's going to go out of bounds, and the free kick will go to Sam Lenihan. Or I should say, not Sammy Lenihan. It's going to go to Jed Henderson on that outer side wing.
Had a good first quarter, Jetty Henderson. And I'll tell you what, I like the setup. Miller's a nice defender. He's got the job on Bex. And he backs himself in to Miller. So he's certainly a player to watch for the Saints. Beautiful kick that time. And on the end of it was Ollie Smith. I like this young kid. So Ollie Smith plays on quickly. Bex is going to be the target. Getting back again there is Miller. Hodgson's over the back. Mooney's there also. I think they thought it was going to go out of bounds. And yes, the umpire blows the whistle, and it has. And we are going to have a ball up deep in South Warrnambool's forward line. About 15 metres out around their goals. 2-1-13 the Roosters. The Koroit Saints 1-8. Someone's pouring a blind scoreboard. And we have ticked over 13 and a half minutes on the league contracting time clock. Boundary throw in. It's going to be Bex this time up against McCosh once again. Coming through there was Mac Peterson, gets it to Hoy. Quick kick out of the pack. Coming through and meeting it there is Dobson. He just bangs it on the boot, Pagan's paddock style. Liam Mullen hasn't got anyone around him. He's got 20 metres of space, gathers, goes short. Beautiful kick to Galachan, and the Roosters' defence stands resolute.
Yeah, they're a good back six, aren't they? And they're missing a couple of grand final heroes as well. So Galachan has to kick long down the line. They fly McCosh one of those for the Saints. And Henderson, who's been busy, sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in pass. Let's go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good on you, Hill. Yeah, pretty even contest so far, isn't it? No side's getting a real ascendancy or controlling the game. So if it's like this all day, I think we're in for a tight one.
Monk, McCosh, the two M's going up in the ruck. Thompson tried to trap it, paddled it forward. Coming out was Owen, who is creative once again. Bex just gets the awkward bounce, but he tried to get the handball out. Is it legitimate? No, it's not. It was a bit of a throw, and the free kick will go to the Koroit Saints, and it'll go to Ben Miller. So the boy from St Albans played in the GFL. He goes short by a foot. Nice, neat kick. And he spots up Angus Campbell in his second season back at the Saints. Switches across the face of the 50, defensive 50, and the long goes Mooney to Hodgins, and he dropped it, but he had a bit of time to gather it and get it to Des O'Keefe. He'll go short via foot, and they're looking to set up something here, the Saints. So Lockie Rook, it was good first round against The Tigers went corridor-wise, goes to block over the top. Here they go. They can run and carry. Neve slipped through his fingers. Under pressure there from Allerton. Tries to get it out. Works it back. Harrington inboard. McCosh around the body. Right foot snap. Has he done enough? That is an absolute behind. Geez, I thought it was going to be lined up there for a goal there. It was tight.
We had a good view of it there, and I think he liked it, but I think the umpire got that one absolutely spot on for mine. I think it's umpire Nicole Lake by the looks down there too, so it goes through for a minor score. So the Saints go to 139, Roosters 2-1-13. That is on the Solomons Frog and Blind scoreboard. Here goes Isaac Thomas now. Wants to run and carry the football. Good to see him back for the Roosters this afternoon. Beautiful kick and nice mark on the end of it, Shannon Becks.
He had a heap, hasn't he? So early.
It's been enormous early. Miller's done all right when he's gone forward. Short kick goes to Mullen. Diving mark. Just a dour defender is Mullen. Go short Henderson. He's had a bit of a two-hilly in this first quarter. Jetty Henderson, he's got plenty of players, plenty of options ahead of him. Chooses to go out further afield wide. Kelly's going to be the target. Getting back is big Jakey McCosh. Couldn't quite grab it. And the ball gets pushed across the boundary line and out of bounds. And we're going to have a ball up far out of sight. Sun is shining. What's the temperature in the barometer downstairs, big fella?
I'll have a look, Stewie, but yeah, it's a beautiful day. Absolutely magnificent. And if anything, that breeze may have dropped just a fraction. But again, I say it's irrelevant really because it's not favouring either end. And I'll give you an update on the temperature. I've just got a text message back from Jane. It's currently 19 degrees here down at ground level, boys. Beautiful.
Just behind you, too, you got the great Brett Jukovic, mate. Former Cobden legend, AFL man, too. Big Juker. Just to your left, Poss. He's a good man, Big Juker, too. He's he could play a bit of footy back in his heyday. Just ask him how many clubs he's played for, Poss, because there's quite a few of them.
The Gold Coast Suns shirt on.
Yeah, he's trying to whisper so he doesn't hear it.
In case he gets a left hook over.
He's put the wind up him. Here go the Roosters now. Just goes past Rhodes. He's good enough to go and get it again. Or he's slung into the town, into the ground there. And Mickey Lauffer said, hey, big fella, you are spot on. The free kick is going to go.
He looked up here and nodded. Mickey Lauffer. He's got the earpiece in.
Now, Desi and Rhodes will be good mates at school too. So here goes a running Mullen. Beck's just kind of fists it further afield. Well, taken high there.
He's smacking the head.
That is Mullen, and he's going to get the resultant free kick. Right on centre wing, Hilly.
He does. Mullen, who's probably one of the best users of the footy, the Roosters, he kicks with high efficiency, has the footy in hand, goes towards half forward, plenty of numbers there for the Saints, and an intercepting mark there for Dallas Mooney. So the Moon Man plays on, keeps it low, and kicks it to absolute perfection and finds his teammate there in block across half back.
With the Moon Man's old man Joey.
Oh, geez, that's good jukes. He's unbelievable, Dobson. Kicks the short kick, has to go and find a target. Works it back. Now they're just sort of having to scramble to get it forward here, the Saints. McCutcheon goes inside 50. Watch Burn. Dylan McCutcheon there as well. Good defensive punch by the Roosters. And we'll have a stoppage inside forward 50 for the Saints.
Hoy on the bottom. Bit of footy flavour too. The first winner at Ascot today with some footy flavour. The Bearstows crowned the winner there. And
good is that.
Omen of the day, it was number 3 as well, Toby Bairstow.
What a gun he was too, Toby.
He was.
Footy number one.
Current number 3s are going all right too, boys.
Yes.
Who is the current number 3?
Baz Linker, Bailey Smith.
Oh, yeah, Bailey Smith, yeah, right, eh?
You touched on Joey Mooney there, Stewie, and of course big weekend for Joe because the Stall Gifts
loves his running.
And,
He'll be up there.
He competed at Stall, Joe, back in the day.
Terrific runner, wasn't he,
He
boss?
was a good runner.
I don't think he's a gout man either, Joey. I think he doesn't think gout can take it out. So he will watch this space on Monday.
Anti-gout.
I think he just thinks it's going to be a hard task.
Yeah,
coming
well,
from
as
scratch.
it is, I think.
And Joey does know his athletics.
You might be able to interview him at Stall tomorrow.
He'd be just as good as, just as impressive as Gout, I reckon. Quick kick comes out, goes through the hands that time of Hodgins. Miller's there. Goes and gets it again, does young Hodgins. Good play, butted up. And they're going to get a result out of it because the Roosters did have some numbers around that contest. We're going to have a ball up on that far outer side. Roosters 2-1-13, Koroit 1-3-9. Entertaining first quarter ice, Kelson.
Yeah, some more cans for Djukovic down there on the boundary, 2 posts. Is he getting you one, big fella?
I'd say it's tempting.
Just
a couple of Northers won't it? Although we'll see the boss.
No, Dunks is more boss. Just maybe refrain from having them.
Put it on the invoice, boss.
They're enjoying themselves too much, those blokes behind me. It's not fair.
Boundary throw-in, so 4 points to the margin, 2-1-13 to 1-3-9. Bradley, Bex, and a little hand there from Bex, but still very contested for both sides to try and get it out. A free kick, it's going to go to the Roosters.
Good quality game too, boys, I reckon.
Absolutely.
As you'd expect.
Jonah Maher, the recipient, inside forward 50. They fly. Stevens was the man. Noonan trying to keep it alive in that right foot pocket and sees it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
With no Archie Stevens and no Jay Rantel, it's a different midfield today, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But South Warrnambool has got so much depth. So even though you don't want to lose a Stevens or a Rantel, but they've still got so much power that can run through there. So 23 minutes gone in this first term on the league contracting time clock. Graylin with a little handball, and he got it out to Block, who's had plenty of it. Big kick out towards the outer side wing, too far for Dobson and Williamson, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in once again in front of our platform providers, Pure Stream AV for 2025. And you can get all the live stream on streamer.com.au. All you have to do is sign up. It's for free. Go into Hampton or type in the team that you want to follow, and you can see the game in that platform like that.
Every single game will be there every week for the whole year, which is unbelievable. Here go the Saints into attack again. Coming through there was Neve. Wrapped up there was Walker Owen going nowhere. So it's a little Mexican arm wrestle at the moment. And umpire Crackers Fleming says, let's have another ball up. Nearly at the true centre half forward position. This time it's Bradley up against Bex. And that ball going nowhere again. So another ball up. Been a lot of ball ups, to be honest, this afternoon already. Bex has flicks one over the top for little Maxi Irving to run onto. Pick it up there was Graylin to step through traffic beautifully to Mac Peterson. Peterson goes further afield. Good fist away that time by Atchison over the top of McCutcheon. Coming through there was Galachan. Gets it out to Rhodes. Rhodes kicks further afield to Owen. Nice grab under pressure. Swings onto his right boot. Goes inboard looking for Nicholson. Bradley's there. Taken high there was the Prince. It was an innocuous knee to the head there. He's a little bit ginger getting up, Nico.
He's copped a couple, Nico, today.
He has copped a couple. He says, you know what, I'm just going to boot this footy as far as I can. See you later. He finds Isaac Thomas, who kicks further afield, that time to Jack Dye. Over the top he goes to Lenahan, takes a nice mark, goes back, sets himself. Ball far out of side, about 80 metres out from the Roosters goal line. Plenty of numbers back in the defensive 50 now for the Saints, so he sets it up, high up and under. McCosh gets there. Free kick's been called here by umpire Jennings. It's a hold off the ball, and it's going to go to the Mack truck in Mac Peterson.
So the Saints have the ball in hand. Will go short, and Peterson, what a start to the year he's had. He's averaging 26 disposals a game. You'll build on that with another mark inside defensive 50. Gets the kick, so it's a bit of a 1-2 situation with Campbell, or was it Neve? And just the Roosters are plugging holes, so there's no real clear space to kick it to. So he's got no choice but to go down the line. The big fly from Dobson. Working towards the footy there is the Saints, and a free kick. And it's going to go, I reckon that might be Rob on that outer side. So they hold a 4-point advantage, the Roosters. Kick towards Dobson. Doesn't quite get, but he's good below his knees and gets the handball out. Block just lost it, but now he's good enough to recover. Inside forward 50. McCutcheon sits and flies. Good spoil in the end. And the Roosters, they work hard as a defensive unit and get it out. And that man Dobson, who clunks his 5th mark of this first quarter, looks to play on, and he'll spear it inside forward 50 once again. Atchison, Lenahan waiting. Free kick coming in late. And the Roosters will get the free kick through Lenahan.
They just lack another big target, I reckon, the Saints at the moment. They're getting plenty of the footy forward.
Yeah, their delivery's just not as clean as South Warrnambool's when they go forward. They're getting plenty of the footy. They've had more scoring shots, but it's just not. They're just not finding the same space, are they, Matt?
They just seem to be bombing it too at the moment. So the ball goes far out of sight again. Touched and goes over the boundary line, and we will have a ball up. Possum Kelly, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, Blair McCutcheon just got up a little bit ginger, boys, after that attempted mark, but he's okay. I think he might have just got a little bit of a knock to the thigh, so maybe just a little corky perhaps, but no, he's okay.
Look at that tap down. That was Bex to Nicholson to Irving. Roosters out, but the kick cut off again by Peterson. Swings onto the right boot. Beautiful kick to McCutcheon. That is Blair. He swings onto his right. He kicks further afield. Dobson's the target in the pocket. Bouncing football, and the ball goes out of bounds.
He's finding him space, McCutcheon.
He is looking very dangerous. Mac Peterson just keeps racking him and stacking him across half-back too, doesn't he?
Kick 5 last week, McCutcheon.
He's had a good start of the year, hasn't he, Hilly?
Terrific.
So ball deep in the Saints forward 50 now. We've ticked over... Gee, where's that time clock?
28 minutes, mate.
28 minutes.
Going to say he hasn't advanced much.
Hasn't advanced much at all. Bushrat needs to get back on the push bike and get the power happening back out the back.
Where is the rat?
Can you see the rattler down there, Poss?
I haven't seen a rat. No.
Celebrated a milestone birthday too recently. Isn't he, the big rat?
The big fella just sneaks under the radar.
Find him for sure.
Fist comes through there from Bradley. There's Dylan McCutcheon. He gets a quick kick. Ford sitting underneath it. Good fist away that time. And that was Walker Owen getting back in the defensive 50 for the Roosters. And we're going to have another ball up, Hilly.
Yeah, we certainly are, H. Close open the open netball. Third quarter, the Roosters are up by 3, 33-30. So a tight game in
Good
open
rivalry,
netball.
those two sides.
Absolutely.
Trent?
Absolutely. No one got their clear tap down here. He's roving his knee. Gets the handball outside in step. It's Tyler Stevens.
Jeez.
It's gone for a goal.
Gee whiz, kick.
Lucas Brothers snag of the day, and they get around Tyler Stevens. He had to sidestep, and he put it high on the boot, and it floated through, and it gives the Saints the lead as we're nearing quarter time. They go to 2-3-15, leading South 2-1-13, all thanks to Solomon Blinds and Flooring Scoreboard.
Yeah, bring rain, that kick. It was that high.
Wow.
It reminded me of instructions at the Deakin University Sharks one day when Dags Dowie was the coach, and he said, called everyone in, he said, boys, you're getting an absolute shellacking here. When you get the ball, just kick it as high as you can because it gives them less time to score.
Just kick it high, Dagsy. I love it. What a legend. So right on the cusp of quarter time, the Saints have hit the front. They are kicking with a slight breeze, you would imagine, in this first term. Not much. Bex is wrapped up. Umpire says advantage paid. Dobson on the end of it. Jeez, he's good.
6 marks.
6 marks in this first quarter. He's been enormous, big Dobson.
Almost kickable for him too, just quietly.
He's about 55, 60 metres out.
He might have heard me.
He'd have to strike it well, but I'll tell you what, he's going to go back and he's going to say, I think you're right.
Well, he's got to kick at 70 probably, but I tell you what, he's a mammoth kick.
Drop punt or top.
He'll drop punt it.
Gee whiz, he'll be able to creep around a little bit, ever so slightly here.
Right-hand goalpost, boys.
And he does, and he strikes it. No, not too good, to be honest, but it's got to the top of the 10-yard square. Getting back there is Bex.
Not too good. It landed 5 metres out. You're a hard man as a full
No, it's a
forward,
10-yard square, mate. It didn't make it a 10-yard square. It's landed 10
Where would you have put it?
10 metres short. I would have to go the barrel to even get anywhere near that, to be honest. And I'd want to strike it.
No good, he said. No good.
I reckon if the siren went, he might have gone the barrel, to be honest. But he went the drop punt. So at quarter time, it is a 2-point lead here to the Koroit Saints. 2-3-15. They lead the Roosters 2-1-13. A really entertaining first quarter of footy. Ace Kelson, Poss Kelly and Trent Hill.
Yeah, enjoying it. It is a good game of footy, and both sides, had their share of the footy, their share of the play, and it's just that South Warrnambool, as I said, might have been just a fraction cleaner going forward, but Koroit go into the first quarter with a little lead, Trent.
They certainly do. No, good game of footy, and we knew that was going to be the case, that it's going to be nice and tight, and there wasn't going to be much room, and I guess too, just watching South, Lenihan was really important in that defensive structure. He was the one that was floating back, being that extra man. So when we saw Koroit going forward and trying to bomb it in there, they just didn't have anyone that was available because they had those, obviously the out numbers there, which certainly helped South in that defensive efforts.
And it'll be an interesting scenario throughout the day too, because to me, if you're looking at the first quarter, it looks like Beck's going to spend maybe most of the time in the ruck today. That's how it looks. So that sort of robs them a little bit down forward too, doesn't it? So it's an interesting one.
Righto, at quarter time here in our Good Friday match of the day. It is the Koroit Saints 2-3-15. They lead the South Warrnambool Roosters 2-1-13. We're going to take a break on your home of football and netball 94.5 3YBFM as we say g'day to Big Nico's old man. What a legend Big Nico. We'll be back in a second.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
G'day, Luke Williams here. At Luke Williams Real Estate, competition is in our nature. Per team member, we sell more properties than anyone else. We're not the biggest, but we are the busiest. Luke Williams Real Estate. Let's kick some winning goals together this season.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother.
What?
And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop. Open up the shop, time for you, time for me. Love and everything you see, the sun is up. Time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother.
What?
And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk, Ponting's Mitre 10, Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YBFM.
Welcome back to Hampton League Live. Quarter time here. Good Friday footy. It is the Saints by 2 points, 2-3-15. Roosters 2-1-13. Poskelly, you are trackside, and you've got, when we're talking about trackside, we're only a week, just over a week to the May Racing Carnival, and you got one of the stars of the show in Simon Wild.
Yeah, well, I always wanted to work on racing.com, Stewie. But Simon's here because he's, of course, a great footballer back in the day with old collegians and wherever else he played, I'm not sure wherever.
A bit of rugby,
but he plays a bit of polo too these days. But Simon, we generally talk to an assistant coach, mate, but Stewie's insisted that we have a chat to you. But only a week or so away from the races. How's the team looking? And you got plenty of entries?
Yeah, we have. We've got a big team. Liam does well balancing the footy and getting a team of horses ready for the May Carnival. But geez, isn't it wonderful on a nice day like this? The ground's beautiful. You almost feel like pulling on the shorts again.
You do, mate, you do. But unfortunately, me in particular couldn't do that. But, mate, anything from a jumps point of view? We got a grand annual runner?
Yeah, we had some nice triallers actually earlier in the week. I really like Bazzini. He'd be a horse to look out for. He'd be down in the weights in the grand annual. And the old fella Count Zero, who won last year, he trialled really well. So, yeah, we're pretty hopeful with those two.
Beautifully done, mate. Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Just tell him, mate, he's got to get a bit of colour on those legs. And I've never seen a hairier set of pins than those.
He's got the all-white colours of the club on.
He is pasty. White, isn't he?
Yeah, the boys are
unbelievable. No, it's good. I'll tell you what, a massive crowd out here. This is a huge money spinner for the Koroit Footy Club today, isn't it, Hilly? This is huge.
Oh, absolutely. I know talking to South last year, they did a really good day, obviously, with Canteen. When the sun's out, people come out and view it, and obviously two high-quality games with, your open netball, your senior football, and the like. And the great thing is, too, today, there's another little added bonus, too, is that the under-15 girls are going to start their season over at the Jack Keane Oval at 3 o'clock. So there'll be a bit of football played behind us later on in the day as well. So, yeah, a real football mecca here at Victoria Park this afternoon.
What about our GM? Just drops off another massive bag of lollies. The big fella, he's dunks. He's looking after us, Poss.
Glad he's looking after you. Where's Macca's sandwiches? I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the meat paste.
So am I, big fella. Hey, ball goes up in the air and we've got the second quarter underway. Jonah Mark could have been pushed in the back. Umpire says no. We're going to have a secondary ball up once again. So an entertaining first quarter of Hampton League Live footy. This time it's going to be Big Monk. He's going to go up against Jakey McCosh, who wins this one down. Coming through there is Ma. Just missed the target. Cutting it off there was Grayland. He gets a handball further afield, but it's cut off that time by Gallichan. So a comedy of errors. Quick kick through Jetty Henderson, who was really good in that first quarter. Walker Owen, his kick. It was under pressure as well, so he touched on this at the start of the contest. Both these sides are pressure teams. That was good play by Jetty. Grayland kicks into space. McCutcheon. There goes Couch. Swings onto the right boot. This would be a really good start, but no, goes through for a minor score. But the Saints draw first blood in this quarter. And Possum, going to go downstairs to you. They lead by 3 points. Is the wind swung at all?
It's probably a little bit stronger to the bigger cheese end now, I reckon, Stewie. A little bit, just slightly favouring that end more than it was in that first quarter. But, you got to give a bit of kudos to Isaac Thomas, don't you? Done a terrific job on Connor Byrne in that first quarter.
Oh, he's a terrific player, Thomas, and a real pillar in that back line, that's for sure. Kick has to be good from Rhodes to Henderson. It is. And Henderson looks to go the switch quick across the face of the centre square and spots up a teammate in Lenihan. Bombs it inside, forward 50. Now it's going to be a running race. Hodgins leading the chase there. Noonan's right on his tail. And he's happy to concede it over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw-in. So 3 points to the margin. 2-4-16 to 2-1-13. And that's on the league contracting time clock and the Solomon's Flooring and Blinds scoreboard. Boundary throw-in. 10 metres around, left forward pocket. The tap down from Bex. Looking to chase it there was Nicholson. Looking for Ma. Just lost it in the end. Bex picks up the crumbs. Handballs over the top. Smith looking to apply the pressure. And a free kick's going to go to Koroit for hanging on to. And I reckon that's going to be Mac Peterson.
A few boys, they got the gollywog kind of haircuts down there, haven't they, in the Koroit back line? There's one to Miller, so Peterson goes to Miller, and then he goes further afield to Hodgins. So they all
can you say gollywog now? Oh, sure you can.
Those little dolls with the big hair. Well, the Krusty the Clown dolls. Yeah, good play that time by Rook and Rob. Goes further afield, just goes through the hands that time of Couch. Getting back there is Thomas to Galachan. His kick was smothered. Grayland flies over the top. Oh, goes and gets it again. He's been exciting. He gets it to Couch. Couch has another shot on goal. Couch goes bang. And the Saints draw first blood of this second quarter. And they go to 3-4-22. They lead the Roosters 2-1-13. And that's what Will Couch can do, Greg. He only has to get a few touches and then he can hit you and hurt you on the scoreboard.
The lively opportunist, isn't he? And beautiful finish there. And a great setup. Like Koroit, they're getting maximum from their entries forward now, I reckon, Hilly.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love what Grayland did there. His attack on the footy, but his second and third efforts to keep the ball moving.
Yeah, good lad.
A couple of times in this first couple of minutes of this second term. So, gee whiz, the Saints, they get their third on the board and they go out to a 9-point lead here in this second term. Umpire Mickey Lowther, great to see him back in the umpire colours in 2025. And the push down off the ball from Monk. In there is Hoy first and foremost, and he's not going anywhere. He's wrapped up. And we'll get umpire Lowther to resume play once again here at Victoria Park. Big crowd. The sun is out. It's a bit of a breeze outside. We'll get Hoss to give us a bit of an update on what the breeze is doing very soon. And a high contact there. It's going to go to South Warrnambool. And it looks like it's Jonah Maher. He just loves that hard contested footy. And he'll look to play on kicks towards centre half forward. They fly. No one can bring down the mark. And again, they jump on it and not going anywhere. Plus, it's Gaddy Wall thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Yeah, wind, as you mentioned, Hilly, still predominantly going across the ground. You've seen that Will Couch had no problem slotting that one through up that Port Fairy end. So still no advantage really to either end.
And a really good crowd here, and I just see Jonah Barr just going to the boundary, all thanks to Koroit Pharmacy Post. Keep an eye on that one for all your pharmacy needs. Just up the road here, it's a short drop kick, to be honest. What a great facility it is out here for Koroit. The town is booming. There's Nicholson. He goes further afield to Allerton. Young Allerton goes forward. Peterson's there. Also Neve. Oh, that's a good pick up to Hoy. Steps back through traffic. The Maskell medalist goes further afield. Oh, good mark taken by Jack Dye. This would be within range, to be honest, if the wind was up his tail, because he's a beautiful kicker. The football is Jack Dye. Squares it up to Lenahan. Kick had to be good. Cutting it off there nearly that time was young Tyler Stevens, who kicked a cracking goal in that first quarter. And we've got another ball up. And Slippers Kelson just letting us know that it's not Crackers. It's Crackers for me. Louis was the old man. Louis Fleming. What a legend Louis.
Louis was Craig's old man. Yep. Crackers was his uncle. Of course, Crackers the father of the great
Brow.
Martin Fleming and Brow and Baz. Yes.
They used to have the house just opposite Rafferty's Taffin there. Used to play a bit of footy on the front lawn back in the day. Used to just show a bit of candy to Mooney and Craig and the Fleming boys, Matty.
Can you write a book one day, big fella? So many stories on.
Oh, he's got to be old. He has to be old, Matty Stewart, for everything he's done. Interview yourself tomorrow.
That's how big he is.
Beautiful play there by Rook, who gets it further afield to Grayland. He's been impressive. He's started to really impose himself onto the contest. And it's that high altitude room that the Roosters talking about. So Grayland, he goes further afield. Dobson will fly. Big pack of plays. Coming through there was Mullen. Gets a handball further afield to Irving, who gets it on to Allerton, who can't quite gather. Coming through there once again was Rook. So scrappy bit of play. Hoy goes in, gets it. Oh, that was good. Block. He was dispossessed. Thompson now swings onto that right boot kick. Set forward. Walker Owen goes with the fly. Couldn't quite take the mark. Campbell there for the Saints as well, and the ball goes out of bounds. And good to see Paddy O'Sullivan downstairs running for the Koroit Saints too. He's a ripper.
Yeah, what's his issue, boys, with injury?
I think he's just a stress fracture, I think.
Yeah, he's back. Lower back.
Lower back.
Pretty
and
good neck.
Nice.
Moving pretty well.
He's a machine. And I'll want to have him back at some point in time. That is for sure. He's had a good pre-season at the Kangaroos. Here goes Fletcher Robb. Handballs to Hoy. Over the top. Baxter steps through traffic. And happy to see the ball go out of bounds. And we will have another boundary throw-in Right in front of the sidewinder downstairs. BT give a couple of sidewinders last night too, Hilly.
Did turn. There was one in the Masters too. I was watching last week. There was a shot. I can't remember who played it, but the commentator said it was a bit of a sidewinder. A bit like my golf shots.
Beck's lost it. He got it robbed. Here's Hamish Dobson. Goes towards centre half forward. Lenehan floating loosely. Numbers favouring the Roosters. Lenehan's tackled immediately by Des O'Keefe. And it's a free kick. Or is it a stoppage? It's going to be a stoppage.
Couch was giving the umpire a bit of advice there too.
No,
didn't agree with it.
So Beck's up against Matt Bradley. He got the tap down. Couch up the ground. He's wrapped up by Hamish Dobson, son of Damien. And
Isn't that a good story?
Made his debut last week and did very well. Had 14 touches. So the tap down was good there by Bradley. Got a little bit of meterage with the hit out. But again, just in the clinches, it's tight, it's hard to get it out. And Maxi Irving making sure that there's no clear passage there for the Saints. So we'll go again. Bradley, Becks, Rhodes jumps on it, had it, lost it. Irving in the clinches, gets it to Shannon Becks and he'll bomb it long. Half between wing and half forward. Kelly reads it best, snaps around the body to try and straighten it up. And it's getting over the boundary line.
It's funny, isn't it? Because that kick then was exactly what Koroit were kind of doing in the first quarter, wasn't it? They just seemed to be outnumbered going forward, but it's the end that they're kicking at the breeze.
Well, you know what I think, Matty, and I've thought this. I know the sock it seems to be slightly heading in the Bega direction, but I reckon the wind might be actually advantaging the other end of the ground at times. It seems to be a bit gusty, you know.
So far out of sight, Kelly just palms that one down really uncontested. Hoyt jumps on the football, could have been taken high. Umpire Lauther says, no, we're going to have another ball up. Geez, I'd love to know. We've had a few of them today. Right on the 50-metre arc. Don't forget our half-time, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. Best chips and gravy in Australia. Not just Victoria. They are as good as you'll get. Kerry and Jack and the team. Magnificent. So another ball up far out of side. That is our netballer of the week with the great man Lockie Rook. Here goes Grayland again. He's really starting to impose himself. Intercepted that time by Lenehan, Thompson, Ellerton. Quick kick forward. Looking for Rantel. The two redheads trying to combine there. And been impressed with Willie Rantel and also young Ellerton. He was good last week, the youngster. Son of Muzz and Josie.
I was going to say, Muzz was a good player, wasn't he, for Terang back in the day?
Very good. Was a pretty good netballer too. So bred in the purple, as they say, Ice.
Yep, a bit like Dobson for Koroit, bred in the purple.
You see that photo of Brendan Dobson last week? I think he had the boys covered, to be honest, in the fitness and his
he was a great player.
What about our great friend Adam Dowie? I thought he looked like he was in pretty good shape too.
Hollywood.
Little fingers on Wiggsy, isn't he? Like he's only got the little mitts.
Yeah, little mitts. Of course, you can't deny the great Dags Bolden who was flying for the mark in that photo with Dobbo.
Mate, you just be the bloke standing behind you, big Duker, mate. Just keep an eye on him because he was an animal back in his heyday, Poss.
I'll just give you a minute.
He's whispering every time we go down. I mean, he's scared, isn't he? We've got him running scared.
He's doing his beard.
Inside 50 for the Roosters, not travelling too far. So it's still the Saints 3-4-22 leading the South Warrnambool Roosters 2-1-13. So a 9-point advantage for the Koroit Saints. Kelly, great feint tap there to Nicholson. A bouncing ball over Mooney. Looking to the aid of the boundary line to assist, and he does do it successfully. And we'll have a boundary throw in 5 metres around from goal.
Little Mexican arm wrestle at the moment, Trini.
It is. I'd love to see what one of those look like in real life, big fella.
A Mexican arm wrestle.
Cabo Cabana.
As opposed to the Indian different
south of the border.
Different ends of the continent, of the globe.
High free kick there against Neve. He come in a little bit late in Atchison. He'll have a shot at goal 45 metres out. He goes short. And he finds Henderson. Oh, he steps on his mark or smother kick. Not his best. Tries to clean up. Here's Neve. Handball. Finds Miller on his non-preferred side. Through the hands of Becks. Here comes Couch. Got a little knee to it in the end. Williamson feeds the handball to Leo Allerton. High kick inside, forward 50. The outnumber through the hands of Mooney. Trying to keep it alive there are the Saints. And they pedal it forward. And it's going to be a free kick, pushing the back, and it's going to go to Angus Campbell.
It might be, is it Hodgins, I reckon? Is he ex-South Rovers boy, Hilly?
Was, and Hawksdale.
And Hawksdale. He's moved to defence. He started kind of for that. Not his best kick that time. He'd like to have that one back, but the ball's gone out of bounds, and we will have a ball up. So not much change in the scoreboard, only the one goal kicked in this second term. Koroit 3-4-22, Roosters 2-1-13. That's on the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard. Quick kick, out of the body, around the body, they like it. And that is a goal from absolutely nowhere, Ollie Smith. If you don't mind, off the back of the pack, snaps around the body, and that is a goal. And the Roosters, they strike back, they go to 3-1-19. They trail the Koroit Saints 3-4-22 on the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard. And Poss Kelly, that was a really nice finish from Ollie Smith.
Yeah, great awareness, wasn't it? And it's a good goal to the Roosters. It just keeps them level pegging. But Lenihan's come off for South too, boys, with a cut to the hand, so he's just getting a bit of attention on the boundary line there. I don't think it's anything significant, but just need a bit of a tidy up for Koroit Pharmacy.
And what about the spooky Senate account stats in this second quarter? Hilly and Ace?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Roosters have probably dominated the inside 50s the last couple of minutes. A couple of repeat inside 50s here. Connor Byrne, free kick, puts it out in front of Sam Dobson. Right half forward flank, shorten the kick on the leader Couch and spots him right on the chest. Tight against the boundary. He'll go short via foot. Neve is the target. Neve's the one who takes the mark in the end. The execution was good.
We'll see what the Breeze is doing here with this kick, Hilly, because, as I said, by the windsock, he's right into the teeth of it here.
So Jyron Neve is such a goal sneak, but he's also, too, such a great user of the footy. He's kicked 3 goals in season 2025 so far, and he's going to go lateral, and he finds Liam Hoy. Smart kick, improves the angle eyes.
Yeah. So Hoy almost demanded the footy there. He stood in the spot for a little while.
So Liam Hoy, the skipper, inspirational leader, leads from the front and the reigning Mascot medalist. He'll shoot from 35 metres out to extend the lead back to 9 points. Gives it everything. Gives it absolute everything, Liam Hoy.
Jeez, that's a good kick.
Here's a beautiful goal from the skipper. 4-4-28 Koroit. 3-1-19 the Roosters. That's on the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard.
They get around him here too, haven't they? They've got around the skip.
Yeah. If you can sneak forward, though, as an on-baller, and he's been terrific on the ball, and sneak a goal or two, you've well and truly done your job, Matty, haven't you?
Oh, that was a real captain's goal there, to be honest, and right into the teeth of that Breeze. So one they needed. So the Saints, they just extend their lead back out to that 9-point mark. We've ticked over 9.5 minutes on the league contracting time clock as umpire Ash Jennings holds the ball aloft again, sends it into the stratosphere. That time it was one down by Monk, taken high there.
The air conveyance.
Was little Maxi Irving, the left footer. He was good in the last quarter last week. He squares it up to a young Atchison. Looks like one of those Shep boys. Beautiful kick to Jackson Couch, who's a long kick, and the football just goes over the top. Just missed. He's a beautiful long kick, Jackson Couch, to the ball, isn't he?
He's a beautiful user of the footy, and I'll tell you what, it's great to see him back at Hampton League level. He was a great player at Naranda, had some seasons at North Warrnambool, and yeah, he's got some X factor too. You speak about Bubble Greg, not that type of player, but certainly has that X factor that what Bubble used to bring to the Roosters many years ago.
Stop using the Greg reference on, please. He's my man.
There's Atchison again. That's
trademark.
A nice mark. He's been good. He was good last week, Atchison. He's been a good recruit back from the Mirrorvale Tigers. He's about 50. He's right on the 50-metre arc here. Plays on, kicks to the fat side. Bex is a target. Oh, getting back and across here is Miller.
Good defense.
Like him. He's a good player. Bouncing football. Look at that pick up from Mullen. Swings onto the right boot. Goes back in. Oh, just goes through the midst that time of Bex. And we are going to have a boundary throw in 4-4, 28 Saints, Roosters 3-1, 19. Sullivan's pouring a blind scoreboard.
He's wearing the 9 today, Ben Miller, so they've gone from 30 the first week to 9.
The boys were cracking up at us calling Jack Block.
He's grown a bit over the off-season. Hey, front position there was Jake McCosh. Burrowing in there nicely was Connor Byrne. Hands on the footy, smart kick to O'Keefe. Was looking to get the handball back, Byrne, but just holding up proceedings there was Desi O'Keefe. Part of the Rebels program this year. Smart kick, the youngsters working beautifully. Dobson, Hamish, runner-up in the Doug McConnell medal last season. Goes short, finds Byrne, who's covered some ground already. He'll go further along the ground and finds Block. So the young ones working beautifully to go forward for the Saints. They lead by 9 points, 28-19. He'll go inside 50, through the fingers of Rantel. It might have been a push, and Will Rantel will get the resultant free kick for the South Warrnambool Roosters. And another exciting talent, Atchison, who's a marking machine. Left half back, centres it back to Thomas, and they're just looking for the best way forward, the Roosters. They never panic. They make sure the right option is available. He's going to go out in front of Dye. Just bounces a little bit short, but he's got Atchison there to handball to. He'll go long down the line. Now, here's the out number. Monk jumps at it, couldn't quite grab it. Here's Block. Tries to get through. Can he get the handball out to Hodgins? He does. Dobson, good by hand. Stevens, kicked a beautiful goal in that first term. McCosh, a floater inside 50. Dobson. And that's Sam just reads it absolutely beautifully, Eyes.
He does. He just gets himself to the front. He's that's his 8th mark, Trent Hill, but he just takes him on the chest. He gets there that quickly.
He centres the kick. Oh, too much on the end for Rook. And Thompson's out in front. Only just no Rook can trap it. He's got Byrne there. Byrne spears the pass inside 50. And Thomas, that's a beautiful Peter Bolsh Bridgestone Mark of the Day contender.
Oh, absolutely it was by Isaac Thomas. And there's this man, geez, he's racking them and stacking them in this second quarter, Ice Kelson.
Finding space, and he's the link man out of the back line, isn't he?
Son of the great Johnny Atchison, former South Premiership and Merivale Premiership player.
Yeah, and Hilly was mentioning numbers before too, Stu. I'm pretty certain that Flynn's granddad Keith wore number 5 at the Roosters back in the day.
Yeah, that's a good stat, that one. Poss, I like a beautiful mark there, that time by Becks. So he's on centre wing, Shannon Becks. Got players further afield. One of those is Thompson. Doesn't hit the target. It's got to sit up, and it doesn't. And he worked hard for him. He'd be disappointed with that, Shannon Becks. Coughed it up.
It's the Southerners back in the day.
The Southerners, and that's the theme song. So Willie Rantel goes to the bench. As I said, good to see Paddy O'Sullivan down there. The Saints colours will be itching to get out there on a day like today, that is for sure. Irving just coughs it up that time. Coming through there was Campbell. And umpire Crackers Fleming says, let's have another ball up, far out of side. And we might go around the grounds. No, there's nothing started yet, has it? The AFL doesn't start till 3:20. I was going to say all thanks to Matt Cohaya.
Well, we might be able to go to WD for now. They've got their Good Friday clash, Old Collegians in Merivale.
Get a score there, boys.
North Melbourne, any chance today?
Massive chance,
I reckon
mate.
they're a big show.
I reckon I'm tipping the Kangaroos. I was all over the Pies last night. That was a ridiculous Pies
Yeah, and they always play well there too.
Just goes through the hands that time of Ollie Smith, going nowhere. So this game's evenly poised at the moment. 9-point lead to the Saints. We've ticked over just the halfway mark of this second term.
I reckon we'd only be sort of probably quarter time at Davidson Oval, boys, in a tight contest. So we've got Merivale 2-4-14, 2-4-16, leading Old Collegians 2-1-13. So a good contest up at Davidson.
Contest.
They pushed Narendon out last week, Old Collegians. They're only 10 points shy.
So they've obviously improved out there, which is good. Here goes Nicholson. Comes through the pack, left foot kick. Oh, reading it beautifully well and take a nice mark with Stevens. That's Tyler. So Tyler Stevens now. Just a little bit indecisive. Goes further afield. Byrne doesn't let him down.
Good hands.
He's got good mitts. Don't worry about that, Connor Byrne. Squares it up. Kick out to be good to Rook. Getting in there and fishing it forward was Thompson. Oh, 2 Koroit players just hit nice and heavily there.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
Off the bench with Hutchie and Pickers for Maccas and Tyre Power.
I think I'll take Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, well, it's on my list.
Yep. I'm a Kelly Clarkson fan, as you know.
Yep.
That's how it started this draft.
I got a feeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pick 10?
Yeah. Black Eyed Peas, man. You got it for me, Zeb?
Yeah, it's a bit...
I got a feeling.
Saturday mornings from 10 on 3YBFM and the Listener app.
When you think of shopping for rural supplies in Warrnambool, which store comes straight to mind? For a growing number of locals, Badeness Rural is the place to find a huge range of products and services backed by decades of industry experience and expertise. Want to Hundreds of locals are coming to rely on Badeness Rural for all their farming, pet and stock feed needs. Visit the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramid Road, Warrnambool.
Go Harvey Norman for Easter super deals on a huge range of furniture. Hurry in for big savings off selected floor stock, cancelled orders and clearance lines. Unbeatable deals on fabric and leather lounges, recliners, lift chairs and more. Super savings on dining settings, tables and chairs, entertainment units and more. Outdoor dining and lounge packages priced to clear. All stock must go. Plus hot deals on barbecues and more. Race in for incredible deals. Don't miss out. Hurry. Harvey Norman Easter super deals ends Monday. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions and exclusions apply.
The team at Cheese World are closed for a short break. You'll be happy to know that Cheese World will be open from 8 a.m. till 3 p.m. the week after Easter. And to whet your appetite, hold on for this tasty April breakfast special. A brekkie roll with egg, bacon, cheese, relish and rocket and a small coffee for $19. Available 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. only this Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday only at Cheese World. Have a happy cheesy Easter.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampton League Live.
For Sungold, fresh local milk, Ponting's Mitre 10, Harvey Norman Warrnambool and Madden's Lawyers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Afternoon, happy Easter to you, happy Good Friday. It is Hampton League Live, our halftime.
Just get that interview down the background, and we're just back here, and we do apologise. We're just having some internet connection issues this afternoon, but we are back, and Ollie Smith is having a shot right on the 50-metre arc here for the Roosters. They did get a goal and take it high. No, holding the football there is Willie Rantel. So the Roosters did score one while we were off air. So the Roosters go to 4-1-25. They trail the Saints 4-4-28. And that is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard. So a little bit of internet. I think because there's so many people out here today, the network chock-a-block.
Is that what it is? Tech man?
I'd say so. I'm running with it anyway.
The free kick for the Roosters. Mullen short, finds Gallishan. So 3 points the margin. Plays on. And almost taking a beautiful mark there was Henderson for the Roosters. Clearing the path for South Warrnambool there was Smith, but it's holding the ball. Marr just didn't have enough time to get it out, and the free kick to Campbell. So he'll go across the face of defensive 50, finds Dallas Mooney. Very, very good game this afternoon. 28-25 on the Solomon's Flooring and Blind scoreboard. He'll get the kick back, Campbell. And where will his next kick? There's not a lot of room or space to try and get that separation. Ball through the fingers of Peterson, and it's on the 50, so it's out a little bit of a danger zone for the Koroit Saints, but they've still got to work hard. Eyes to ensure that they don't concede another goal.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a crucial one, the last one, because they had that little buffer, didn't they? A 9-point buffer, Koroit, but South Warrnambool, it's anybody's game, really. It's not going to be a shootout today. It's an arm wrestle.
Yeah, this game is evenly poised, that is for sure. So the Roosters into attack once again. Smith and Peterson. Ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a boundary throw-in. Deep forward pocket for the Roosters. Probably only about 5 or 6 minutes to play, you would imagine. in this second term here. Hampton League Live, Good Friday football. Have you got a netball score for us all, thanks to Matt Hilly?
I'll try and get one for you,
It was
Matthew.
very close, wasn't it?
It's a tight game. Two good teams over there, that is for sure. Here go the Saints. Mullen just reads it better that time over the top of Dill McCutcheon. He's been rock solid today. Oh, he'd like to have that kick back straight into the hands. It was of McCutcheon. There's Fraser Robb. He gets a handball forward, coming through. That was strong by Rourke, and a good tackle, equally as strong by, I reckon it might be Joe DeMar, is it?
Yep.
And the Roosters get around him too. That was a Peter Bolsh Bridgestone highlight of the day. So coming through there is Hoy. He gets the handball to Neve. Neve's got some space in front of him now. He kicks further afield. Dobson's going to be the target. Oh, look at the Dukes! The big man! He doesn't let him down. He's got the best mitts I've seen.
Just one clunk, isn't he?
Oh, they're big hands. Imagine him arresting you. Put them around you and you just say, I'm going with you, Dobbo, wherever you want to take me, son, I'm with you.
No handcuffs
That's how
needed.
big he is. Jeez, he's been good. That's mark number 9 today. So here are the Roosters. Lenahan to Galachad. The switch is on. Further afield to Atchison, who's had a really impressive second quarter. Free kick's going to go against him now, and it's going to go to Lockie Rook. He squares one up to Grayland. Grayland now, what's he going to do? This kid likes to run. He's on the true R4 position. Does that. Plays on. Floater. Oh, Byrne on the end of it and come off. And Connor Byrne just signalling, saying, settle down, boys. I'm going to go back and I'm going to slot this one, eyes.
He just read the flight of the ball, didn't he? Better than anybody else. Just lobbed in the prime spot. Saw the drop of the football.
So Connor Byrne, 30 metres out straight in front. Hoy kicked one from a similar position before. Comes in. Byrne. He's pulled it to the right. And it goes through for a minor score. So 4-5-29 Koroit. Roosters 4-1-25, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds scoreboard.
Just around the courts, all thanks to Matco Hire. South Warrnambool 54 defeated Koroit 43 in open netball. Nice mark there from Will Rantel, the Peter Bolsh Bridgestone Player of the Day contender. Goes to Noonan. He had to work to try and stretch and gather it. Hodgins did well, finds Campbell. And the handball to was Peterson. And they just unable to get it further, but that
Short
doesn't matter.
quarter, that one.
It was.
Is that Scott? I think that time clock's working.
I think it might be a victim of our little internet interruptions.
Yeah, there's definitely internet interruptions. As you know, I watch the odd race while I'm doing the football, and that connection hasn't been gone.
Do you really?
Yeah, every now and again. If there's one on.
Hey, so that at half-time, the Saints, they carry the 4-point lead. They were 3 points up at quarter time, now 4 points. So Koroit 4-5-29, South Warrnambool 4-1-25. That is on the Solomon's Flooring and Blinds scoreboard. And a really entertaining first half of football, Trent Hill and Eyes Kelson.
Yeah, absolutely entertaining it was. Enjoyable game of football, and it's a tight tussle, isn't it? Koroit with more scoring shots, and South probably kicking for goals just been their strong point, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Times 4-8-40, you've got to make the most of your opportunities, and both sides doing that at the moment. So a 4-point lead here at half-time to the Koroit Saints. The half-time show, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar. Lockie Rook catches up with that netball of the week on the other side of this.
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our
3YBFM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
I'm Dan Tehan. I care deeply about our local communities and what matters to you. We need a Liberal government to get Australia back on track. We'll build a stronger economy to take pressure off inflation. We'll support our small businesses and farmers.
Better.
I'll fight to ease the cost of living and fix our roads. We need a better government to get back to basics. With your support, I'll keep delivering for you.
Authorised by Dan Tehan, Liberal Party, Hamilton.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The world's #1 training method is at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness. High altitude and oxygen training. Just add these to your training and feel the results. Find out more at Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Fitness, Homemaker Centre, Warrnambool.
Dr. Xavier McKinnon here from the locally owned and operated Hampden Vet Clinic. We're now in Warrnambool and we're ready to look after your farm animals and available 24/7 if you need us. Pregnancy testing, lame cows, calf disbudding, we do it all.
Hampden Vet. Give them a call. They're good at what they do.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Hampden League Live.
For Warrnambool Nissan, Flying Horse Bar and Brewery, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Luke Williams Real Estate and Pearson's Nursery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Time wrap, and it's our netballer of the week. Lockie Rook joining you, all thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang, who claim, and look, I can vouch for this, they have the best chips and gravy in the southwest, and we appreciate their support of our new award this year as a part of Hampden League Live, our netballer of the week, and each week we'll be looking retrospectively and awarding someone from our Hampden League clubs who stood out with their performance, and this lady certainly did last week. A fantastic win for the Portland Tigers, and that's where we head to Portland this afternoon to catch up with our round 2 netballer of the week, Brianna Malcolm. Congratulations, Brianna.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for the award.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Next time you're going through Terang, you'll be able to stop off at Crawley's and get yourself a feed. I need to ask straight off the top, because we know Portland's probably the furthest away from anyone else in the Hampden League. What are the road trips like? Because you would have to do, well, every second week, really. What are the road trips like out of Portland?
Look, they're long. They're really long. And for myself and my husband, Ben, we have a 1.5-year-old, so they are, extra long. So there's a lot of stops. And there's, even when we before the season started, just going to Warrnambool is a pain. But we do it and we love the travel. Gets us out and about during winter, so it's worth the travel.
I was going to ask as well, maybe back in the day, pre-kids, if I'm sure there's buses that go, or carloads. Was there anyone that maybe in the Portland netball sides that you didn't want to be stuck in a car with, travelling around the Great South Coast?
Oh, never. No, I'd love to travel with everyone.
Correct, politically correct answer. Well done. You got yourself out there. Hey, Brianna, congratulations. Let's touch on last week. 52-42 win over Terang Mortlake, who got the job done over Camperdown the week before. What a start to the season. You guys must be really impressed and really pleased with that win.
Yeah, we're really stoked. We kind of had a little drought to break as well, the same as the boys. So going into the game, we just knew we had to lead straight away and fight. We knew Terang were going to be on par with us. So we did it. We got it done. And, we had, a lot of smiles on our faces.
I'm sure you did. Congratulations on that too, because we can't underplay that. Obviously, we know about the senior football drought. Same with the open netball too. Tell us about the relief, because that's a huge thing, and there must be a great vibe around the Portland Tigers as a whole at the moment.
Yeah, I think the last few years we've been building, trying to get our club in a good place, football and netball. Laura Kelly came on board last year and just built a solid, netball environment. And this year going in, we've had so many girls wanting to play, so many girls coming back, coming from Southwest, and we've built up a good squad. So between Open and Div 1, and it's just working really well so far, and there's good vibes, and we're really looking forward to maybe having some more wins. So.
Absolutely. Tell us about your game as well. You must have been happy, and obviously picked by our judges as our netball of the week, but you must be happy with the way you performed too.
Oh, yeah, I guess I was a bit shocked being picked netball of the week. There's so many amazing players out there. But, I think I played wing defence the whole game, and I haven't played wing defence for quite a few years. I've always been either a goalkeeper or goal defender, so I had some... and try my best, and I did, and it paid off, and it felt good. It felt good on the weekend to run around and feel strong and fit, and get a few intercepts to help get some more goals. So,
and Brianna, take us on a bit of a quick journey of your netball career. Where did it all start for you?
I grew up in Penshurst, Sungold, so I grew up playing for Penshurst in the Mid-Era League. And then I moved across to Hamilton for a few years until I met my husband now, Ben Malcolm, moving then to Portland. So I've been here for probably about 7 or 8 years now.
And you mentioned off air, we were just talking, you said you pretty much live at the club. So obviously it's not just netball playing on a Saturday that you're involved with. What other involvement have you got there? Because I know it is such a tight-knit community there too.
Yeah, look, I'm part of the committee. I run all our social events and our fundraising for the club. I have a passion for our community, passion for netball, passion for a good time also. So I love doing that for the club, and organising events and having a beer on a Saturday night is probably the best part of it. So I really like to spend my time doing that as well.
Well, you got a free plug now, Brianna. What's the next social function? What have we got coming up?
I think it's our ball coming up.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Yeah, so we've got our ball, I think, in the start of May. So, that'll be a really fun night, casual, cruisy, but it's a great night for everyone to mingle and get to know each other better.
Now, you've got obviously the Easter weekend off this weekend, and I'm sure with an 18-month-old there'll be some Easter egg hunting or something along those lines, I'm sure. But you must look forward to next week too, because it's the traditional Anzac Day clash against Hamilton. That must be a special thing to be involved in too.
Yeah, no, I do love that, playing my old team as well, Hamilton.
Yes, absolutely.
So always a great rivalry, but I think we're going in again, let's just play strong, let's play our game and have some fun as well. It's a real honour to play on Anzac Day, so we all really have that buzz and have a good feeling, and we look forward to going up to Hamilton, playing on their new courts as well, so that's exciting as well.
Yeah, it is an exciting time for the Hamilton Kangaroos in that sense, with Melville Oval being done up. Brianna, before I let you go, are there goals specifically for yourself or the team that you've got in mind?
For myself, it's just probably survive and stay alive on the court. I'm probably one of the older ones. Well, I am one of the older ones in the team now, and I'm a mum coming back. So that's never an easy job when you're trying to stress and run around after a child at the games as well. But, I think just stay strong, play hard, and, get some more wins and keep the good vibes up with all the girls and have fun as well. That's, I think, sometimes lost in the netball game. So, just enjoy it as well as get some wins on the board with the boys and, create a good vibe.
Hey, Brianna, thanks so much for jumping on and having a chat. Congratulations again on being our Round 2 Hampden League Live Netballer of the Week. Big thanks to Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang for sponsoring that. Good luck for the rest of the season. And again, thanks for chatting, Brianna.
No, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan.
3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Have you been injured at work, in a public place or in a motor vehicle accident? Let us help you secure the compensation you deserve. Madden's Lawyers, with you every step of the way.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
The Flying Horse is more than just a pub. It's the perfect spot to kick back with friends or family. Indulge in a delicious meal from the new menu and wood-fired kitchen. Celebrate in one of their multiple function rooms. Catch up with mates in the sports bar or TAB. Grab a slab from the Thirsty Camel bottle shop. There's even a courtesy bus. Plus, don't miss Locals Night every Thursday night with food and drink specials, live music and more. For the perfect venue, it's got to be the Flying Horse, of course.
Hampden League Live.
For Badeness Rural, Southwest Conveyancing, Rafferty's Tavern, Warrnambool 24/7 Gym and Greg Allen Farm Machinery.
94.5 3YB FM.
Crawley's Milk Bar in Terang for the best chips and gravy, Chico rolls, spring rolls, potato cakes, you name it, they do it. Steak sangers, they do burgers, they do everything down there, Hilly. That'll be one of your jaunts on the way home from a Hampden League meeting, I'd say, big fella.
originally home, big fella, but I do get in for a bottle of water or maybe a Coke Zero if I'm swinging past. But no, they do a great job, and famous establishment down in the township of Terrain, that's for sure.
No, they are. They do a wonderful job, and great to catch up. Rookie caught up, of course, with our netballer of the week, which is fantastic to see as well. So 4-point lead here. Boy, the Koroit Saints over the South Warrnambool Roosters. The Saints first back on the park here. They are ready to go. Roosters yet to re-enter the arena. So it was the opposite to start the game. So a little bit of mind games going on here for mine, boys.
Yeah, here they come, the Roosters. But as we expected, we thought it was going to be a tight contest, and it certainly was that. The wind obviously blowing a little bit more favourably towards the Bega end at the start of the day, but as always, and Possum has sort of alluded to, it's more of a cross breeze. So I guess the kicking efficiency and moving the ball forward has probably been really important. And, Koroit did that a couple of times really nicely to get a couple of goals. But in saying that, South did some really nice things to get 2 goals in that for second quarter as well. So I think, what we've seen in the first half, we're going to probably see a mirror image in that second half, where that contested footy is going to be absolutely premium.
Good to see one of our great sponsors too, Davey Matthews from Matthews Petroleum downstairs, the big fella, just sucking on a couple of quiet coldies from our good sponsor CUB as well, Eyes.
Yes.
Got big Mick Jungle Blood down there in Jungle. He's moved the premiership.
on your advice?
Oh, fair dinkum. I don't know what he was thinking, but anyway... No, it was going to be next weekend. Like, how much of a lead-in can we have for that?
No problem. No.
Unbelievable. But, we've a date to be confirmed for that 2005 reunion, which will be a little bit later on in the year, I'm tipping. So, it was an arm wrestle the first half. An entertaining game at that. And expecting a really good same second half. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be with under a couple of kicks here. Whichever way it goes, silly.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just looking at sort of how Koroit their formation of their forward line in this third term. Burns going to go deep. Neve's going to be down there as well. And you've got sort of Couch and Dobson will sort of play that 35 to 40 metre position out. So interesting setup. And then the Roosters, but I thought they were really good in that first quarter. The way they got their foot manicured the football forward, and they had some really good looks, and they used their disposal really strongly to get some scoreboard pressure, didn't they?
Well, it's just two contrasting, ways of going forward, isn't it? We've seen South Warrnambool probably cleaner once they get it inside 50, but nonetheless, Koroit have been pretty efficient. So
absolutely.
Let's see. There he is. The Terry Towling man's coming back in.
Otherwise known as Gilligan's Island. That's Stuart. Here we go. Third term action underway in the...
Put the chair there. We'll stop that rattle. That's the rattle.
Rook. Unable to get it out. So some tackling pressure from both sides been very strong. And then the Chittix Bakeries, Senator Countin and JT King Stats, both sides have been very good at their tackling in the first 2 rounds. So Nicholson gets a clearing kick towards half forward. Oh, great fly in the
That's a good mark
by Jackson Couch, and that's a Peter Bowles Bridgestone Player of the Day contender, and the kick's equally as good to Ollie Smith.
Handy player, isn't he, Couch?
Very good, and Smith puts it out in front of Noonan and pushed in the back in the end. It was deemed by umpire Lowther, and he'll have a set shot of goal, 35 out.
And good build-up and a good grab there by Couch. Combined to Smith, who then got it further afield to Noonan, and he'll go back and have a shot. Is it up that time to Hodgins? Hodgins goes out further afield to Stevens. So Tyler Stevens, they're going to switch it again. They got Neve on this side if they want to go. No. Short that time to Fraser Robb. So Robb, he's going to square it up now. He's got Neve. Kick's got to be good. Sits it up. Good enough to get to him. Beautiful kick. Nice grab in the end. So now they've got a loose player on over the top. Choose to go inboard to Grayland. Kick just misses the target though. And that's where the Roosters' pressure's good. Grayland goes and gets it again. Quick kick off the ground. Taken high. Falling, diving. How's the umpire going to hold this? Holding the ball, he says. The resultant free kick will go to Sammy Rhodes. Smack bang on centre wing.
He'll go laterally inside the centre square. Finds Atchison. And he was wanting to go, but just nothing on offer. He goes short and finds Jack Dye. So still inside the centre square. So the margin's 4 points. I actually reckon it might be 3. 4-2-26 to 4-5-29. Works it back to Isaac Thomas.
Yeah, they definitely haven't added that point, Hilly.
Over the head they go, and numbers favouring here the Saints. So where will they go? The kick out in front of Dobson. He marks it on the chest. It was beautiful. Now he's going to kick into space for Byrne. Byrne's going to take on Thomas. Thomas did well. Byrne had it, lost it, but now he's going to run into goal. And Byrne hits the post. Oh, I thought he was going to have a bit more time to run into that one, but he did the dribbler and it hit the post. And a minus score for Connor Byrne.
The old dribbler, mate. Mason Dunstall doesn't like those suckers, and I can see why. Geez, that's one that got away.
He probably had a fraction longer than he thought too, Byrne.
So they get let off there, the Roosters, from mine. High up and under, Bex flies, uncontested, far out of side, takes a nice mark. Has it gone out of bounds? No. Play kind of stopped. No, I think they've called it out of bounds, have they? So it's going to be out of bounds in the full. Bexy's just saying, well, hang on. The young fella up here said nothing.
No one knows, do they?
No one does know.
Bex has got it, I think.
Bex has got it. I think Hoysey's just done the right thing. I think Hoysey might have said, yeah, it was a mark, it was in. No, swinging it back.
Out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full.
Hoysey didn't say that earlier.
I was giving him the benefit down there, Hoysey.
You were making him a good guy.
High up and under goes Ford. Shepherd, free kick, Saints. It's going to go to Dobson. And this is what happens. Because he's marking everything that comes his way, Dobson, he just puts that little bit of pressure on. He's going to go back and have a shot. No, it's not going to go to Dobson. Actually, it's going to be Byrne. Gee whiz,
there's 3 minutes of Matty Stewart will walk back.
Gee whiz. There's a plethora of
mistakes.
Golly, so anyway, Byrne's got a chance to redeem himself here after that last little poster. So he's 20 metres out, directly in front. Comes in, stabs at it, does enough, it's a goal. Saints draw first blood here. They go to 5-6-36. They lead the Roosters 4-2-26. Solomon's pouring them behind scoreboard. Ice Kelson, good finish.
Yeah, it was a good finish, and Byrne wasn't going to let them down again after missing one that he would normally kick, but straight and true that time.
Where's our man Poss Kelly gone, boys? I can't quite see him downstairs.
I'd say Djukovic has caught up with him.
I'm down here, boys. I'm down here. I've just been back over to look at the other 15 girls.
Have you? What are you doing over there?
Who have just kicked off, and it's a nice little entertaining contest. Beautiful little setting out there, that ground out the back. It's beautiful, and currently we're leading one point, one behind 1 point, leading the Roosters, who are yet to score, and we're probably 3/4 of the way through the first quarter over there.
Beautiful.
Dump tackle there on Jaira Neve, and he wants to get the running handball straight away to Rook, who kicks it on the 45. Dobson again. He's marking him like they're going out of fashion.
12 of them.
Goes in towards Couch. Didn't take the mark. Good pressure applied by Mullen. And does he keep it in? He does. He's tackled straight to the ground. Gets the ball moving forward. The Roosters have got numbers. And they get the kick out, but only as far as Neve. So Neve looking towards the goal line. Bit going on there between, it looks like Mullen and Couch.
Couple of hard nuts going at it.
So Neve backs himself in. No, he's going to go short. Who's he going to go to? Rook's the man he takes on, and he gives him a chance to have a shot from about 45 metres out.
Been good today, Rook, hasn't he?
Yeah, beautiful user. Beautiful user, and obviously been in that VFL program too.
Nice
Southport. So Rook, who kicked 2 goals against the Tigers in round 1, didn't take his place in round 2, and looking to take another goal here for the Saints here at Victoria Park in Good Friday football. Comes in, he'll kick from 48. Does he work it around enough? He doesn't. Stays right, and a minus score. So they go to 5-7-37 Koroit. They've got an 11-point buffer on the Roosters at 4-2-26.
What's the pass mark? What do you reckon at 3/4 time? What do they need to be, the Saints? Because the Roosters will be coming over the breeze.
Well, a couple of goals might still be enough, to be honest. Just it hasn't been high scoring, mate, but you'd never feel safe if it was a couple of goals.
I think you can still score up that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Port Ferry end here too.
Yeah, the breeze has picked up for sure, but it's you can score with it.
This bloke just racks them up, doesn't he? Shannon Becks, he just stays everywhere. You'd love to have 2 of him, wouldn't you?
Well, he's
getting back there.
Ruck rover, really, isn't he?
By Liam Hoy in a big pack there by the skipper. So Hoy, he's virtually on centre wing. Told to play on now. Kicks further afield. getting back and taking a nice mark. That time was Rook again, I think. He plays on quickly, kicks the hot spot, using the body there was Byrne. Was it a push out? Umpire said no. And this is what this bloke can do. He can line it up. He's trying to play on. He bangs it. Mickey says, yes, you can play on. You've got to get over your mark, don't you?
I'm not sure about that, but he was about 15 metres forward of where he marked it.
He let it go because it was a controversial mark anyway. I think he said, hang on, let's keep making the mistake.
I think the Roosters faithful downstairs posse aren't happy with the boys at the bar, are they?
I tell you what, it was great use of the body.
It's in the book.
If it wasn't a push, that is for sure, because he's just found space, didn't he?
He's a very good user of his body, and he's a good user of the football. So that just extends the Saints margin here. So 6-7-43, 4-2-26 the Roosters. That's on the Solomon Flooring and Blind scoreboard.
That's a handy one. That's a really handy one.
So ball back in the centre, they fly. Becks with the tap down at the for the footballers.
George has been keeping you up at night, I'd say.
He has.
How is George going?
Is he going well?
No, he's good. He's good. He's sleeping all right now. The first 4 or 5 nights, I'll tell you what, the eyes were hanging out the side of the head.
You were going to take him back?
No, I wasn't going to take him back, but I certainly
put him outside somewhere.
Maybe get a little tranquiliser or something, or rather, just to get a bit of shut-eye.
The old Finnegan, mate. Is it still around the Finnegan?
I don't know. Here's Dobson.
And if it doesn't work, take it yourself.
Used to do the trick.
Out of side, not going anywhere. We'll have a stoppage. So 17 points the margin. It's the biggest margin we've seen in this game so far on Good Friday football. And the punch away. The Roosters first to the football. Too high. Yes, it was. And the free kick's going to go the Roosters' way. So Maxi Irving, what a player he's becoming.
Tough little nut, isn't he?
Oh, he's
a little Will White, isn't he?
He's a ripper. Leading the competition in tackles this season so far with 22 before the start of round 3. Not his best kick, intercepted by Mooney. Good crowd here at Victoria Park. He'll go short via foot. It's a good one. And they're just spotting up their targets. They're a high kicking efficiency team, and that was no exception on that one. Centre half forward they go. Thomas just reels it in beautifully like an experienced campaigner he is, and wants to play that out of side. So he's got a teammate out there, Henderson. Gee, that would have
tunneling.
Oh, I thought that should be a free kick.
It's Hoy too, who's a little bit sore to get up. He's just fearless, isn't he, Liam Hoy?
Yeah.
He backed into that pack, all thanks to Koroit Pharmacy. Oh, he's got a cork tip. Oh, he's sore, but he's tough. Oh, gee whiz. He doesn't need that heading into May race.
No, he'll get going again.
Gee whiz. He's a little bit ginger. They need him out there too, the skipper. Hey, just quickly, around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Kohaya, as the Roosters actually, they go into attack here. Handball over the top. It's Smith kicks for further afield. Couch grabs, Couch. Goal. Has he got enough on it? I think
so.
Quick response there by the Roosters.
They needed it too.
And they get a 5-2-32. They trail the Saints 6-7-43. That's on the Solomon Scoring and Blind scoreboard. And that was a good goal, good build-up, well played, good use of the football. Greg Kelson.
It was, and it was kicked to space where Couch could run onto the footy, and it was a great finish from him.
Tight one at Marble, thanks to Mako. High around the grounds. Carlton 2-3-15 leading North Melbourne 2-2-14. We'll try and have a look at see how Foss, Fino Sullivan and Will White are going throughout the course of the day as well. A couple of Southwest boys along with Sam Walsh, who's got the connections down this way as
Fino
well.
Sullivan's had 3 kicks, 2 handballs. And I'm going to find Little Will White has yet to trouble the scorers.
Had his first goal last week over in Gather Round 2,
well.
Will White, which is terrific after 15 touches. Ball back in the centre. Here's Jack Block. He's wrapped up. Not going anywhere too soon. An umpire Lowther will get the ball back in his hands. Poss, let's go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Liam Hoy for Koroit Pharmacy's just come off. He's just getting a little bit of attention to his hip, so I think that's where the problem is. Bit of a corky there, but to continue the Matco higher around the grounds. Hilly half-time at Davidson Oval. Mirabale 7-5-47 lead. Old Collegians 2-13.
Here's Jackson Couch for his second goal in a matter of minutes. Just on the awkward side and put it straight on the right boot, a minor score, but they're looking dangerous in this last 3 minutes. The Roosters, some clearances around the stoppages. It's a 10-point margin, 43-33 in favour of the Saints.
So
Got a
here
little
he goes.
Richmond man down on the boundary there, Matt.
He's playing with the grass. They just have to protect him if the footy comes. That's all right. He's okay.
Beautiful kick there by Miller. Finds Couch, goes further afield. Dobson. Oh, that's number 13. He's smoking. Beautiful kick in that Burt. Oh, sells a bit of candy. Swings under the right boot. Connor Burt. You little beauty. That is a Lucas Brothers snag of the day, and that is his third. And he just signalled to the crowd, I'll have 2 pies with sauce, please. And that is as good as you'll see. 7-7-49, the Saints, 5-3-33, the Roosters. How good was that, boy?
Well, the thing is, Sam Dobson makes it look so easy, doesn't he? He covers the ground, he gets there, and then to deliver it the way he did to Byrne, he's been an unbelievable game here today from Dobson.
Oh, he's a ripper. Byrne, 3 goals in this third term. He's kicked them all for the Saints.
Jeez, he can light it up, can't he, Hilly?
He's an excitement machine, that is for sure. So the Saints, they've got a bit of a spring in their hop. 16.
Spring in their hop?
A hop in their spring, I should say. Jeez. It's Good Friday football. It's doing a heap of little things to us.
Few slip-ups here in the caller's box.
Coach's box.
Yeah, so there's another one. Another blooper.
Umpire Jennings, he'll get it thrown up. Monk the tap down. Just waiting patiently there was Block, and he's wrapped up.
Contested with himself there, Monk, didn't he? He was up in the ruck solo.
And Irving, another tackle. He's leading the charge in the Synod Accountant Stats tackles. So McCosh, here's Irving, gets it. Can he get the clearing kick? He can. Quick, clever player, Max Irving. Chasing it towards the boundary line is Peterson up against Smith, and they hit it over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. We'll go back to Poss, all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility Movement Solutions.
Good on you, boys. If you look out over top of the far forward pocket there up in the air, you'll see the Bustleton to Melbourne. Jetstar JQ901 making its way from Bustleton to Melbourne, boys.
Bustleton?
Yes, they fly out of Bustleton in Western Australia now, right?
Do they?
Yeah, Jetstar.
It's a lovely part of the world, Bustleton.
Yeah, unbelievable. There's little Neve, just sells a bit of candy, swings onto his left boot, coming out to meet the football's Walker Owen. He grabs and kicks further afield, but Campbell takes a chest mark in the end. Swings it out wide to Rook. Rook's got catch short. Mullen's been wearing him like a glove. Reading it beautifully well over the back of the pack. That time was big Jakey McCosh. Big kick comes forward. Here it's a foot race. Bouncing ball just bounced over the top. Oh, McCutcheon had his head ripped off. And he's going to get the resultant free kick. That's Blair. 1-on-1 on the goal square. Burns says, kick it to me! Holding the man! And this will be his 4th for the corner.
He's just worrying them out of it now. That's what he's doing. He's getting to a dangerous spot, and the defenders are panicking.
Gee whiz, he's
and rightly so.
This
could have been 5 for the quarter.
He's elusive. He's electric. He's got a bit of the Toby Greens about him.
And Possum, this time last Easter, I spent in Bustleton, just carrying on from the Bustleton comments.
Beautiful license.
There you go.
Bustling town of Bustleton.
Lovely place,
I
mate.
had family over from Perth last week, which was exciting.
And that jetty, that setup there at the jetty is just beautiful.
Well, the new Scrubland series is based over there, boys, so I'll get onto it on Stand.
I haven't seen Scrublands.
Australian show, it's good. It's called Silver. Here comes Byrne, comes in. He's missed it, has he? Is he? No, he's got it.
No, I knew he must have got it because he went to give his opponent a bit of lip.
He's gone straight over to Maxie Irving and said, there's one for you, Max. That's 4 for the quarter for Connor Byrne. And he's lighting up Victoria Park. Koroit, Good Friday footy. The Saints get 8-7-55. Roosters 5-3-33. Solomon's Warrnambool scoreboard.
We spoke about his X factor before the game. Incredible this quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah. Three rounds, 3 bags of 4 each round.
Yeah, I reckon in fairness to him, Eyes, that first quarter, whilst Thomas is doing an excellent job, the delivery wasn't great. He's getting a little bit of separation now.
What price Palmer bet Byrne winning the goal kicking for the year, Eyes?
Well, I don't know. He's right there, isn't he?
22 points the margin. Ball comes out. Henderson wrapped up. Had to be forcing the handball forward. Only as far as O'Keefe. Inside forward 50, Dobson direction. That's Sam.
I tell you what Burn would love is Dobson Burn that one kick further down the ground from him, because he just allows him to duck and dodge, and he knows Dobson will deliver it so well.
And he's the aerial skills too of Burn. He's great at ground level, but his overhead marking capability is strong too.
Yep.
McCosh jumps high, got the tap down. Nicholson with the clearance out of the stoppage. Hodges, that was gutsy from Walker Owen. A Peterbolt Bridgestone mark of the day, gets it to Nicholson. Only as far as Hamish Dobson, they pay the mark. Yes, he has.
It was a Brant John Deere, no fear, mate. That was awesome, Walker Owen.
I don't want to speak too soon, but they are going like winners, Koroit.
Jet Grayling inside forward 50, looking for Burn. Thomas did well. Forced a little tap forward. Atchison, Rantel. They're looking to get it out. They do.
They're under pressure, their back line, though, aren't they, at the moment?
Oh, well, yeah, and Burns created a lot of that, hasn't he, just by...
That perceived pressure.
Yeah, nerves into them.
Intercept mark taken, and the Saints can get it moving forward once again on that outer side wing.
Jeez, if they can get over this other side, no one on Joran Neve, who's just come back onto the ground. He is just floating forward with no one within 20 metres of him. Young Rhodes has just seen it now, and he's got, I better go and push up and get on him.
He's trying to call one back.
So they're all of a sudden, the back six are just under pressure. If the Saints can get the next one, it's going to be a fair old buffer. Big fist that time. It was by Monk or Bex. They look very similar. Might have been Monk, I think. So ball up's going to happen on that far outer side. So it is a 22-point lead here to the Koroit Saints. 3 parts through this third quarter. Free kicks coming. No, it's going to be balled up again. That ball going nowhere. So far out of sight, sun shining, big crowd. Haven't got the official figures off Ants Marnie yet, but when he hands them, I'll let you know what it is. One of the biggest crowds I've seen at Vic Park Koroit for a while, boys.
Could be the biggest.
Good Friday footy as finest. There's Jakey McCosh. Kick forward. Good mark taken by Galachan. Cross half back, swings it out wide to Jack Dye. Doesn't let him down the lead. So Dye now, he's got Nicholson short if he wants to use him. He's also got the Rango, Willie Rantel. He goes further afield though to Mullen. He's been good today for the Roosters. So Mullen chooses to go down the line, far out of side. Big pack of players there. Saints got plenty of numbers there. All taken high. Free kick will go to South Warrnambool. Can't pick up who it is. Oh, inboard. Kick had to be good. Told to play on. Galachan from Irving. Over the top to Henderson. Goes forward. Saints getting numbers back, and one of those was Benny Miller. He's been rock solid for mine. Cross half back to Sarton. He's had the job on Shannon Becks. Big going on in the middle of the ground here too, boys. Keep an eye on it. A few players getting to know each other. They're coming from everywhere too. Umpires just pulled them apart. I think it might have been Dobson in there as well, so just keep an eye on that one.
McCutcheon, Mullen, there was a few there.
McCutcheon, that is Blair, goes further afield to Neve. Neve's got little Desi O'Keefe shorts. So O'Keefe, so they're just building up slowly here. Oh, 50. I think it'll be 50. It'll be an encroachment on Nicholson. And Irving and Nicholson not happy. The Saints boys at the bar are happy though by the sounds of it. And little Desi O'Keefe
puts him in range, I think.
It definitely does. He's going to go and have a shot about 45 outs. He's a nice kick.
Touch and go, boys, whether he actually ran off his line.
Yeah,
he realised himself that he wanted to duck back.
Yeah, wasn't much in it, was there?
And nevertheless, he's going to have a shot.
Technically, it was probably there. I tell you what, this is a crucial one. They're rattled, South. They're rattled.
Nico's still putting his case on the mark.
No point, Nico.
He's having a little smile now, the big fella, as Desi comes in. He's pulled it to the left. I don't even think it's going to score, is it?
Out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds. It was an early
touched
fly,
over, I think.
Early fly from Burn.
Yeah, I reckon
it's
nearly a free kick, isn't it?
He might as well top the quarter off and take mark of the year, Burn.
It's been the Connor Burn show on this third quarter. He's kicked 4, Hilly.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Boundary throw in, 6 metres around from the Saints goal. Dobson out of the ruck. Didn't quite get it on the boot. And we'll have a stoppage. About 30 out from the Koroit Saints goal. So it's been a quarter. It's been dominated by the Saints on the scoreboard. It's out to 22 points.
22.
Kelly's on the ruck. Straight down to Atchison. Around the body he goes, looking for Dye. And it trickles over the boundary line with a boundary throw in. Pius, let's go to you all thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, well, they're just getting the ball forward more, Koroit, aren't they? And the more times they do it, the more chance is that they're going to score. Whereas South are just a little bit flat. And if you look at the ground out there now, boys, almost everyone's in that forward half for Koroit. So they've got that real hard press put on, which means it's coming back as quick as it's coming out.
Geez, the Blues have kicked out, boys, too. 7-3-45. The Kangaroos 2-2-14, all thanks to Matt Kohai around the grounds ice.
Yeah, it sounds like North kicked those 2 goals really early in the game. So, again, they've gone into that where they're getting scored against heavily, North.
So the ball now, right on the 50-metre arc, Koroit lead by 22 points here. Good Friday football. Rantel gets it on to Betts. Quick kick forward. Saints got numbers back behind the football here.
They can't afford another one kicked against them here, South, I don't think.
There's Noonan. That was a hard contest. Far out of side. Free kick's going to go to Noonan for too high. So he's smack bang on centre wing. So the Roosters love to get one here, just on the cusp of three-quarter time. Kick goes further afield. Getting back there was Peterson. Irving's in there. Quick kick out of the pack, but the Saints got numbers here all around this contest, and one of those was McCutcheon. That's Blair. He's been good all game for the Saints. He kicks further afield. Beautiful kick. It's opened it up to Bradley. That was a lovely kick of the football.
Dobson,
Bradley now all of a sudden has got Dobson and Bird in the forward 50. Coming out there. Beautiful football in the end by Thomas. He kicks out looking for Dye. Happy to fist the ball over, and we are going to have a boundary throw in far out of side. And start thinking about Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day too, boys. As I said, Big Davey downstairs.
I'm starting to think about what might happen in the last quarter. Do South perhaps try and isolate the likes of a Nicholson forward and maybe pull off a Burn himself? You know what I mean? He's that type of player that can do it. But I think they've got to think about maybe trying to structure up that way.
I think you're right, eh? So here goes that man on cue. Dobson gets the handball further afield, just overrunning at that time. Well done by Lenihan. The ball goes out of bounds. We'd have a ball up far out of side. 60 metres around from the Koroit's goal line. The Roosters won't want to cough one up here late in this quarter, Hilly.
Absolutely not. 22 points the margin. I'll tell you what, I've seen some snags of the day, and I'll tell you what, our great friends at Lucas Brothers Butchers, barbecue snags on special this weekend, $13.99 a kilo, when they're open all day Saturday until 4 p.m. So if you're looking for some snags for the weekend, for those Easter catch-ups, go and see the Lucas Brothers team. So back at centre half forward, or around that half forward flank. McCutcheon just gives the ball back to umpire Fleming. The tap down was good. Max Irving in the thick of things once again. Out to Walker Owen. Oh, play on. The umpire calls a good tackle. And a free kick's going to go to the Koroit Saints. So just waiting for that play to get up. A few little spot fires just taking place. And umpire and Liam Hoy, the man who's got the ball in the hand. He'll go towards Dobson. He has to take on 3.
Free kick. Tunneled Dobson.
And he's within range. Does it play on? No, are they going to bring it back? I think they're going to bring it back. Neve's got that clear space in the goal. But they'll bring it back into the hands of Sam Dobson. So Dobbo hasn't kicked one yet this afternoon. It's been the Connor Burns show in this third term, and he's leading the charge before.
What's he had, that 13 marks, Dobson?
Oh, he would have to have had...
At least, I reckon.
Yeah, a dozen or so. He'll go short. That man on the lead is Neve. Gets it on the half volley. Handball's over the top to himself. Keeps it in. Looks to centre the handball towards the top of the goal line. And a good tackle there by the Saints. Able to hold things up. 15 out from the Koroit goal.
Geez, that would have been a fair old goal if he had have snuck around it then. Post, Neve.
He's got some tricks, hasn't he? Little jump. He's a beauty.
He's a beauty, all right. Had a sensational season last year.
Wrapped up there is Williamson. He's had the task on Dobson today. He's worn him like a glove, but the big fella's mitts are just A1. It's as simple as that. They've always had good contests, Williamson and Dobson, over the years. So this time it's Bex and Bradley. Bex wins that one down. Coming through is Byrne. There's Grayland. Gallichan's in there for the Roosters. Stacks on the mill. Can't be long to play now in this third quarter. And that is on the league contracting time clock. It's saying we've ticked over 27.5 minutes. And it is the Saints leading by at 22 points. They are kicking with a breeze in this third quarter. So the Roosters will be coming home with that breeze. So we've got another ball up, just at the top of the 10-yard square. Roosters just going to defend, I reckon, this last kind of minute or so to play. Umpire Mickey Lowther balls it up again. Bex and Bradley. There goes Irving. He's been good to Gallichan. Barrel kick out. Going back there was Peterson. Coming through there was Hodgins. Got to get rid of it. Does to Mooney. Mooney kicks over the top. It's straight in the hands of Nicholson, and he'll just calm things down for the Roosters. Swings out wide. Adjuson's a target. Doesn't let him down. So Flynn Atchison, he's just going to steady the ship for South Warrnambool.
Yeah, the kick was with absolute precision. Lenihan dropped it, trying to get out of trouble, and I think the boundary line's going to be his friend on this occasion. Let's go down to Possible thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, well, as I said, I think South are going to have a real good think at three-quarter time and just see where they can win the game now, because that's what they've got to do. And as I said, mightn't be such a bad idea to isolate someone like Nicholson deep forward. So they're certainly got to pull a rabbit out of the hat, don't they, even though it's only 22 points.
Yeah, so it's insurmountable at the moment, but goals have been a premium this afternoon. Half-forward flank, left half-forward flank, Victoria Park. The Saints, they've had a very good third quarter here with Byrne kicking 4 goals, getting out of trouble. There's that holding the ball. We got it out just in time. The one-on-one, Nicholson and Mooney. Some pure strength on that occasion, and the ball beats them all over the boundary line, over boundary throw-in. Thoughts, Eyes?
On whether the lead's enough?
Yeah, the lead's enough.
Yeah. I tend to think it is, just the way Koroit's playing, because I think what Koroit will be able to do is certainly have numbers back in the last quarter, and on the day with the tricky wind, it's just going to make it so hard for South Warrnambool to score, I think.
Desperation dive there from Koroit to try and keep on moving it forward. That was the skipper, Liam Hoy, but again, plenty of stoppages. So when we look at those Chittix Bakery and JJ King stats at the end of the weekend, we'll see that there's probably been a lot of centre ball, centre bounces and boundary throw-ins and throw-ups in general. So Bex, who's in the ruck, almost grabbed it out, looking to soccer it forward. He does. Free kick's going to go to the Roosters, and it's advantage to Walker Owen. And he looks to kick towards half forward in Jackson Couch territory. Takes a nice mark. Handballs over the top. Will it bounce? Truly it does. And the Roosters will get a late one here in this third term. I reckon it might have been Noonan.
Jack Dye.
Was it Jack Dye?
Handy one too.
Sun in the eyes, but nevertheless a very good goal for the Roosters. Some great body work from Jackson Couch. And that reduces the lead back to 16 points. It's 55-39, and Couch was very important on that occasion.
And having played more than 30 minutes and he's running into goal, I'm thinking this siren could go any second here.
Now, I'll tell you what, Couch has been really important in this third quarter a couple of times, crucially, hasn't he?
And he's been that man across half forward. Like South Warrnambool haven't had any sort of presence like a Dobson, for example, but he's been important at being able to link up going forward this quarter.
This is going to make and set us up for a really entertaining final quarter of footy, you would imagine, because the Roosters will be coming home with a slight win advantage in this final quarter. There goes Big McCosh, wins it down to Hoy. Hoy gets it to McCutcheon. His key was dispossessed. There's Irving in there again to Lenihan. Kelly, he gets it further afield to Thompson. Thompson kicks down. Oh, yeah, getting back there is the Moon Man. Doesn't let him down.
He'll hold it up too, don't worry.
He knows there's not long to go. So he's just going to go short to Hodgins. Hodgins can go further afield to Stephens.
Which he will.
Oh, geez, kick just misses the target there. Bouncing football, though. Stephens gathers, runs and carries, chips inboard to Grayland. So Grayland now can't be long to play. They'll be happy for the siren to go here, I think, both these sides. Kick had to be good to Neve, and it was. And there's the siren. The three-quarter time siren goes. So at three-quarter time, it's the Saints 8-7-55. They lead the Roosters 6-3-39. Solomon's falling a behind scoreboard. Good corner of footy, but that late goal for South Warrnambool.
Handy one.
Jack Dye.
Just gives them a sniff.
Doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely it does.
So we have got a really exciting final quarter of footy coming up here.
What have we got? 16 points, Matt.
Good Friday, footy at its finest. The Blues doing the job and the Kangaroos up at Marvel Stadium. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with final quarter action right after this on your home of football and netball 94.5 3YB FM.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.
I'm Dan Tehan. I care deeply about our local communities and what matters to you. We need a Liberal government to get Australia back on track. We'll build a stronger economy to take pressure off inflation. We'll support our small businesses and farmers.
Better.
I'll fight to ease the cost of living and fix our roads. We need a better government to get back to basics. With your support, I'll keep delivering for you.
Authorised by Dan Tehan, Liberal Party, Hamilton.
The wait is over. All new Nissans have arrived in Warrnambool and it's been worth the wait too. Sharp modern design with the latest in all new tech and safety. Prepare to be moved by the all new Qashqai, Pathfinder and X-Trail. Come and see the team at Warrnambool Nissan today.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sungold.
It's a place for the coaches.
Pickles are coming off and the bacon's going on.
The defenders.
Oi. Ooh.
And those who love a good smother. What? And at full time, you always go home with the chocolates.
Warrnambool's Harvey Norman is the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. See your local team of experts from all departments for the massive range of products from the world's biggest brands. Explore TVs, audio, white goods and small appliances. Laptops, PCs, mobile phones and smartwatches. Indoor, outdoor furniture and recliners. Bedding and bedroom furniture all in the one store. Get the best advice from the local experts at the destination for electrical, computers, bedding and furniture. Your locally owned Harvey Norman, Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
This autumn at Pearson's Nursery in Allensford, you'll find a stunning selection of vibrant, locally grown annuals and perennials. It's easy to see why Pearson's Nursery is one of the Southwest's best kept secrets. Visit Pearson's Nursery, Growers Road, Allensford, and discover the difference.
If I want to buy that house, I'll need a conveyancer. I should get online and...
In 200 metres, take the third exit onto Liebig Street.
I didn't turn on my GPS. Okay, I'm turning right.
In 100 metres, your destination will be on the left.
On the left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Southwest Conveyancing, but... Oh, well, that makes sense.
Take the hints to get you on the right path to buying your home. Contact the Warrnambool office or southwestconveyancing.com.au.
Badeness Rural is locally owned and committed to serving the needs of the local community with a huge range of over 6,500 products and services backed by almost 150 years of industry experience and knowledge. The range includes pet and stock feeds, dairy, beef and sheep farming supplies, hobby farm supplies, rural equipment and tools, plus agronomy services including seed and chemical supplies. Drop in and see the team today at Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Delicious meals, kids' playroom, function room, big screen TV, sports, live music, courtesy bus. Rafford East Tavern has something for the whole family. Become a Hump member for special discounts at the Thirsty Camel drive-through bottle shop. Whatever the occasion, make it memorable at Rafford East Tavern.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Hampton League Live.
For McDonald's, Warrnambool Eastern Central, MGA Insurance, the Hampden Vet Clinic and Lucas Brothers Butchers.
94.5 3YB FM.
Welcome back. Three-quarter time here. Good Friday footy. And I'll tell you what, we're going to game. He's on out here. It is going to be a cracking last quarter. The Saints A755, the Roosters 6-3-39. So that is a 16-point lead to the Koroit Saints. The Roosters will be coming home with a slight breeze in this final quarter. Who wins from here, Eyes, Kelson, Trent Hill?
Koroit for mine.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think if South can get a couple of early ones in the first, 5 to 8 minutes, it makes things very interesting and obviously puts a little bit of pressure on Koroit to defend the rest of the quarter. So, yeah, I've got no confidence in either at the moment. Herbert makes the most.
Sitting on the fence, mate.
I'll sit on the fence, yeah.
You are fence sitting.
I am fence sitting.
I'm not going to fence it. Koroit should win this one from here, I reckon, being nearly 3 goals up.
I just reckon they can, not that they'll go ultra defensive, but I think they can defend that lead from here.
I reckon if the Roosters had Rantel, Archie Stevens with that run through, I think there's going to be a lot come back, I reckon, on Max Irving, who was really good in the final quarter. He's fit. Nicholson, a few of those players, but
they need someone that's going to kick 2 or 3 goals up forward this quarter.
I do like the idea Poss floated about how Koroit isolated Burn up in that forward 50. Oh, it might have been Eyes, was it? With
Nicholson. He's the one.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the one because he's got X Factor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, let's go down to Philip Possum Kelly, who's down the Trek side. And Poss, what was the messaging from coaching staff at three-quarter time, buddy?
Trackside, yeah, it's chopping up a little bit from the 400 to the turn. Oh no, hang on. Chris, I'll grab a quick word with Chris. Chris, not ideal, mate, for him to just grab that goal late, but at the same time he sort of controlled the quarter, that third quarter.
Yeah, mate. I mean, they're a good team. You can only have your periods of momentum with each team, so they're going to get their fair share as well. And yeah, not ideal timing, but hopefully we can score a couple into this. It's it's sort of going that end a bit the breeze, but probably across the ground. So hopefully we can jag a couple and defend well.
Good on you, mate. Good luck for the last quarter.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, you can kind of feel it, Oregon, for both these teams, because this is to go 2-1 for the victor, isn't it? So it's I know it's only early on in the season, but it's important, isn't it, Hilly?
Yeah, absolutely, because the South Warrnambool Roosters have got Warrnambool. Obviously, they had the bye week next week, but then they've got the Warrnambool the week after. So obviously, that's not going to be an easy contest. And then the Koroit Saints, well, they head over to they host Terang Morlake, which is going to be equally as hard as well. The Bloods will be thirsting to get a win and potentially make it 2 in a row if they can get the job done next week against Cobden. So yeah, as we said, no easy games, but yeah, I think early wins are you always want to bank early wins, guys.
Really important one for Koroit, and equally probably South Warrnambool, who, last week, I'm not saying they were expected to win, but after losing that, to lose a couple in a row maybe, it's just as important for them, I reckon, at this stage.
So forward set up, looks like Bex is going to, Bex is in the ruck, Henderson's on ball, Nicholson's on ball, and young Walker Owen. So Jack Dye could be the man.
Irving across half forward, I don't mind.
He's very dangerous. So the ball up in the air and we get this final quarter underway. Grayland, who's been fantastic today, comes out. Could have been taken without the football. There was Neve, and he does. He gets a resultant free kick. He's lifted 2 for Koroit. Squares it up further afield to Jackie Block. So Block goes. Beautiful kick. And on the end of it is McCutcheon. That's Blair. He swings onto the right boot. Kicks into the hot spot. Getting back. That's a good mark. That's a Peter Box Bridgestone highlight of the day from Willie Rantel. And he's going to square things up now for the Roosters' defence.
He is. He's going to bring it to the broadcast side. And Block almost takes a really nice mark. Pressure applied there by Maxi Irving. Tackling machine, Max Irving. And the stoppage between wing and half forward favouring the Koroit Saints. They take a 16-point lead into this final term. Here comes Block again. He's been terrific. Inside forward 50. Dobson nearly jags it. Picks it up. Right foot snap. Oh, he's kicked to the left. How was the pick up in the quick putting of the footy onto the boot straight away?
He picked it up like Kudafides with the big mitt.
Gee, that was good by Dobson, but it was only a minor score, so it's out to 17 points. 56-39. Thomas with a kick in duties. Through the fingers of Neve. Here they go, Jackson Couch. High kick towards half forward. Kelly up against Miller. roving nicely as Nick Thompson. Handballs into the path of Kelly. Bounces, nearly bounced it favourably. Might have been over the shoulder in the end for the Saints.
Hodgins.
And Hodgins will get the free kick in the right back pocket.
He's been solid today.
He's been good.
The youngster. So he's deep in defensive 50. Everything's got to be so switched on now. Squares it up to Hoy, the skipper. He's recovered from that corked hip. He goes out further afield. The target is Lockie Rook. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds. And we'll have a ball up on that far outer side. Well, he might go around the grounds, all thanks to Matt Gohire. And we'll have a quick AFL score at Marvel Stadium. And it's the Blues 8-4-52, Kangaroos 4-2-26. So boundary throw in. Bex this time. Beautiful palm down, but reading it better there was Lockie Rook coming through. He kicks further afield. Roosters got plenty of numbers around this contest. One of them is Owen. He was wrapped up in a strong tackle. Grayland's in there. He's been good today. Jetty Grayland, hasn't he?
He's a goer.
He's a fitness machine. And we've got a ball up virtually smack bang in the middle of the Victoria Park Koroit.
17 points the margin. So they're one behind from Dobson early in this final term. Bex does a little bit of soccer work again. They've got that player behind the ball. The Saints, nice pick up on the half volley was Hamish Dobson. Sidesteps and looks to bring the snap kick towards Grayland territory on true centre wing. Drags the handball out in front. Peterson, he'll handball forward to block. Tries to evade trouble. Owen's right on his tail. Dobson trying to keep it in, but the boundary line beats him, and we'll go to Postle thanks to B&B Furniture Plus Mobility and Movement Solutions.
Yeah, good decision by the young boundary umpire there, boys. Just out. For continuing our Matco high around the grounds too. We've started the last quarter. Davidson Oval, Maryvale 12-11-83, leading Old Collegians 8-4-52.
Yeah, still a good game at the Davidson. Yeah, absolutely. Maryvale going to be a powerhouse, that is for sure. Gallishan leading towards the football, looks to go towards Nicholson, and the ball goes over the boundary line for yet another boundary throw-in. Eyes.
Yeah, it's going to be a real wrestle. We've said it, but this last quarter, I reckon it's going to be hard to score. I reckon the longer it goes without, a goal being kicked, Koroit is certainly going to be pretty happy with that.
I reckon, they're going to be like gold. I reckon if the Roosters get one, they're going to be up and about. If the Saints get one, it's going to be a long way back.
I think so. I think next goal goes a long way towards the result of the game.
So umpire Mickey Lowther, he's got the old-time flat top. He's rejuvenated it, and he's looking $1 million.
Looks fit.
He's fit as a fiddle. There goes Nicholson, gets a quick kick out of the pack, bouncing football, gathered by Ollie Smith. He gets a handball over the top to Walker Owen, who's in a bit of trouble. Koroit faithful looking for holding the pill. Stacks on the mill right in front of us.
What you know is Koroit are going to bring the pressure to the last quarter. There won't be an easy kick for South.
No, you're spot on. They're starting to get boisterous to the bar too. Post downstairs. It's good.
Yeah, they are. They're starting to kick in, the boys, and it's a great crowd too, boys. Beautiful crowd here today.
Nicholson could have been taken without it there.
He wasn't going to get past Hoy, that's for sure.
The bear hug from the two veterans. It's funny that I call Hoy a veteran. He's probably not even 30, is he?
Been around a long time though, Matt.
Is that a little bit of a moustache on Lowther? Is he pulling out the Tom Selleck look? What's he doing?
Could be.
Quick little kick out. Oh, Paddy O'Sullivan gets his first down of the afternoon. It's out of bounds on the full.
Can we get a close-up of him, Post?
He was keen to take his kick too.
He wanted a stat. Dobson's a target. Oh, geez, he was met there. Sol, he's a bit slow to get up to Dobson.
He was met by about 3 players there.
He milked that a bit too, but...
Lenahan's going to get the free kick, I think. Yes, there it is. A bit of Tom Selleck.
I thought that might have been Dusty down at Torquay, being a bit of Tom Selleck.
Oh, that was a mark for Mullen for Mullen. Oh, Mickey! He's just got to regain his composure here now, Selleck. He's the face of Pontings. He's definitely got a little bit of lip hair, hasn't he, Poss? You're a bit closer than us.
Oh, I can't quite see it. He's well tanned, Michael. He's in good nick.
I tell you what, he's thinned off too. He's in fit.
He's doing marathons in that last week, Nick.
I think his daughter's quite a handy runner too. Michaela is doing plenty of running, so it's in the family.
Had a good umpire for a long time, Mickey.
He has.
He went back in the early 2000s. He's been going for a while. Well, that was nearly a throw. Stacks on the mill. So No real score here.
He's getting tired here now too, Mickey Lowther. He's getting plenty of possessions.
The ball has not moved within this little kind of radius.
Yeah, which suits Koroit too, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So Bradley up against Monk. Monk just fished that one down to Henderson. Coming through there was Bradley, wrapped up, and here we go again. Mickey earning his Kanga today.
Or he's done 10,000 steps in the last four plays. Here we go, Mickey Lowther, half forward flank Saints, big punch away by Harry Monk, and a free kick, and it's going to give Mick a little bit.
Yeah, I think he might have just said, "I'm going to find one here."
So Henderson, not his best. Mullen can just get some territory with the kick towards half forward. Good battle between the two key pillars. Couch has got the football, looking to evade. Tackle there from Harrington, and successful from the veteran.
The bar called that one.
Goes the corridor, intercept mark almost taken by Dye, 50-50 football, got a boot onto it towards half forward. Thompson may have been taken high in that contest. True centre half forward as a destination, and a couple of good 50-50 plays.
Just the slightest fumble from Thompson, wasn't it? And it let Koroit in.
Absolutely. So ball to be thrown up, true centre half forward, 17 points the margin. Kelly in the ruck. Only as far as Jet Henderson. Kicks towards goal. It's floating. It's a goal.
Gee whiz.
It's a goal from Jet Henderson.
Good goal.
A Lucas Brothers snag of the day. $13.99 a kilo open until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's Saturday.
Virtually a goal from nothing there.
Absolutely.
One they absolutely need.
And it's just like they just kind of misread it there in the square, didn't they?
Just kept sailing, didn't it?
Just kept sailing. Rod Stewart. Oh, it's Kelson.
Sailing.
And that is the goal the Roosters need, and all of a sudden it is game on. So it's an 11-point lead here. Koroit 88.56, South 7-3-45. And that is on the Solomons Flooring and Blind scoreboard. So it's back within 2 kicks for the Red Army.
Yeah, what a difference that goal made, Matthew.
Here they go again into attack too. So all of a sudden the Saints under pressure. Big fist forward. Here's the Nicholson one-on-one. Nico! You called it, Ice.
Oh, he's the one.
And the Roosters, they get back-to-back goals in the space of 30 seconds. And he is so dangerous when you can isolate him. The Prince. 8-3-51 the Roosters, 8-8-56 and Ice, you're all over this.
Well, the key to that working, as it worked for Koroit in the third quarter, the key for it is how quick you can get it out of the middle. And if you give Koroit time to get numbers back, it can't work. So, and that's what was critical there.
Fantastic goal from Nicholson. He's an absolute star. And it's back within 5. Ball back in the centre. Bradley and Becks resume the battle in the ruck. The early jump from Bradley was okay because he got the tap down. Irving in there for South Warrnambool. He's wrapped up by Jack Block.
Koroit have to score goals from here too, boys. They can't. It's not a matter of hanging on now.
Not at all, Ice.
9.5 minutes gone. Final turn. The Roosters have kicked the last 2. So Becks, Bradley. The high throw up. Bradley got a little swipe on it. Intercepted by Rook, and he'll get it towards half forward. Dobson have to take on 2. He flies. Williamson is good enough to read the footy off the pack. Gets it on the left boot, goes towards centre wing. Rook can keep it in. Looks to square it up. And a nice mark taken there by the Roosters in the end. I reckon that may have been Lenihan. Goes inside the corridor, finds Marr. He'll go and bring it towards Mullen territory.
All of a sudden the Roosters look like they got the run, boys.
They have got a bit of confidence. Nicholson up the ground. Inside the centre square. He'll go short via foot. Peterson, and he intercepts almost. Has to keep it alive. Finds Hodgkins. Looks to rebound off the back 50 to Couch.
Great kick.
Drop the mark. Wheels around. Brings the handball. Looking for Grayland. Nicholson wrapped up. And he's been pinged. I didn't think he had much time there, Nicholson.
I don't think he had
No.
He's having a bit of a laugh to himself. Nico.
No, they're not with Nico today.
No, not with Nico at all. So young Grayland gets the result, free kick high up and under. Getting back there. He's been good Lenihan. Here goes Couch. Can he gather? Diving on the football too high. It's going to go to Irving against Couch. So Maxi Irving, little chip kick over the top to Beck. So the Roosters are up and about all of a sudden here. He's got Rango out wide. Beautiful kick to Rantel. That is Will high up and under. Saints got numbers back, and one of those is that man Hodgins. He stood up resolutely.
Been good. He has been good.
And takes a nice Peterbolt's Bridgestone highlight of the day. That was a good grab by Jakey McCosh, too far out of sight. Kick not that good. Rengo runs into a teammate. They're GWS Giants. GWS Rebels teammates.
Cramping too.
Big Rengo's cramping. That's him and Desi. And Rengo will get the resultant free kick, so he's about 70 metres out. Roosters trail by 5 points. High up and under. Burns pushed himself onto the ball now. Take it high, Elton. The Roosters looking for it. And umpire says, no, boys, we're going to have a ball up.
Gee, she's every contest you sort of got your heart in your mouth, not knowing what's going to happen, Ice, because it's so tight.
Yeah, no, it's tightened right up, Hilly.
Here they go, the Roosters.
It's just a matter of South trying to find some room here now with everyone in the forward half of the ground there for where South Warrnambool are.
So the tap down only as far as Rook. Got a little chip kick. Round the body they go through Mark. Top of the square. And it bounces through for a minor score. So the Roosters are within 4 now. And on that Solomon Flooring and Blind scoreboard, it's 56-52.
They're doing all the attacking, aren't they?
They are. They've had a lot of inside forward 50s, all thanks to Synoda Count and Stats in this last term. So here's Miller, the recruit. He'll go short. Oh, not his best. And Nick Thompson takes intercept Mark.
Within range.
So he'll kick from about a shot. From about 42 metres, he'll kick to a player on the lead. Nicholson's the man. Oh, he lost it. Now the Saints get a chance to try and get it out. The Roosters are still there and force some numbers.
Well, the umpire even blew the whistle. He was that confident it was going to be tough.
I think it was too easy then.
I think what happened, Nicholson had it spent, was wondering whether he's going to take off or what he was going to do, and he has to mark it first.
I think he was thinking someone was well and truly on his hammer. Unbelievable. There goes Bex. He grabs it out of the ruck. Coming through there was Stephens. And the umpire says no prior opportunity. We are going to have a ball up. So 4-point lead here to Koroit. Good Friday footy at its finest. Poss Kelly, crowd getting into it downstairs. All thanks to B&B Furniture Plus.
Yeah, well, there's a fair bit of anticipation. Here's a snap. It's
hit the post, Bex.
The crowd's pretty subdued, Matty. I think it's a case of who's going to have the final punch, I reckon.
I think it's like the Saints have got to score, as the boys said. They can't just put it up, put the kill in the rack. Here's an interception from Henderson. Goes short further afield to Thompson. And this is well and truly within range. He's got Nicholson short. Dye was there also. So Thompson.
He had a good quarter, Thompson.
He has. He's taken it upon himself. He's got Walker Owen. He's going to give the handball off. That was too easy. Owen, the hero from the grand final last year. Can he do it again? No, he can't. Gee whiz. They've got a lot of faith in the young kid, Owen.
Similar sort of kick, an old wobbler.
It was too. He towed that one last year. So here goes Hoy. He's just said, I'm going to take the kick out, boys. I need to take a bit of control. Bangs it long and strong. Going to come straight back, though. He's taken uncontested mark far out of side. Is Lenihan. He's been good since he's gone across half back, Hilly.
He has. He's been terrific, Lenihan. A real rock of Gibraltar for the Roosters. And they'll get that repeat inside forward 50. McCosh sets himself. It went through his hands. Balls stay in play. Mooney first to it. And the pressure is being applied. Harrington with a cheeky handball to Hoy. The Roosters have got numbers across the face of the 50-metre line paint. And the umpire's found a throw, and it's going to go in favour of the Koroit Saints for a free kick. So Neve's the recipient. Just looked a bit proppy after that little contest. He's been a real playmaker from this afternoon, Jyron Neve. On the league contracting time clock, we've played 15 minutes and 22 seconds. It's the Roosters trailing by 2 points here at Victoria Park. Ball on our outer side wing. And again, the Roosters trying to break through, but unable to do so. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Heaps of play. There's heaps of time left, isn't there?
Absolutely. Understatement, but Koroit just have to kick a goal, don't they? They have to kick a goal.
They just look like they're just out of their legs, out of breath at the moment, don't they, the Saints?
Yeah. They need someone to grab the footy and be able to run with it.
And Bex does that. He's just done it a couple of times in a row. Shannon Bex pumps it forward. Here goes Nicholson again. Left foot shot on goal. Gee whiz, he's looking dangerous. Oh, wow. Great man. Just crumbed that one beautifully. So it's a 1 point lead now. 8-8-56 Koroit. Roosters 8-7-55. And they are doing all the attacking. South Warrnambool What have the Saints got in response? Kick comes out, bounces for Miller. Happy to see it out. And just keep in mind, boys, they tell me last week that I think there was 37, 38-minute quarters, Koroit and Cobden. So it's like they've played another quarter of footy. It might be telling its toll now, Hilly.
Well, potentially it could do. Well, high-scoring
Especially
game.
big ground, warm conditions.
So we're on the tip of the 50-metre line. Boundary throw in. Bex has been enormous in this final term. Irving almost read it really well. Handball comes to Hoy. Looking for Campbell. Breaks through. Goes towards a 50-50. Dobson up against Gallishan. Dobson leading the charge. He was held on to.
Good effort. He was outnumbered.
Really good effort.
So Hamish Dobson, second game in the Saints colours. He'll go short via foot. Finds Liam Hoy, the skip. So they lead by a solitary point here, Koroit. League contracting time clock, 17 minutes. A lot of time left in this football game. He'll go long towards half forward. Atchison sets himself, front position. Good mark. He's a ripper, Flynn Atchison.
He's good in the air, isn't he?
Reads the ball beautifully well. Gallishan gets a handball. Now they'll work it off half-back South Warrnambool. Dyer's going to be the target. Punched away Stevens. Allerton gathers and got the ball moving forward. Campbell first to it. Handball, little one, Stevens, back to Campbell. Now they go through Bradley. Kicks towards the wing, Burns standing by himself. Oh,
that's a good mark.
Gutsy mark, a Peter Bulch Bridgestone mark of the day from Connor Byrne.
No, that's a ripper.
He dropped it in the end of Rook. It was an easiest of marks, and he's wrapped up by Irving. Free kick to the Roosters for holding the ball, and Maxey dominating around that.
I think that was the right call too, because he was just desperate for the line there, Rook, and couldn't find it.
He just had it spilled. He's getting a little bit of
some advice, isn't
over
he?
the fence. Lucky Rookie's been good today. So Maxie Irving high up and under. Kelly's there. The back of the pack was Thompson. Here goes Rook. He gathers, steps through traffic. It's a throw. It's gone against him again. Advantage has been paid. Here goes the Prince. Nicholson swings on.
Level. Yeah, level.
Scores a level. It's a minor score. So it is 8-8-56 apiece here. Good Friday footing. And Nicholson's kicked 1-2 in this last quarter. He's beaten everything. Hilly.
Oh, he's been a ripper. The kick in now from the Saints. Hodgins has it. 30 out from his defensive goals.
Grayland's cramping down here too, boys.
Cramping in the groin, I reckon, boys.
Oh, not his best. Intercept Mark Irving. And guess what? Good. Maxey is in range. Looks to centre the kick. Kelly, they come through. Oh, it nearly fell into the hands of Bex. Here's Mooney. Little soccer toe poke. Bex bends down. Bex puts a little boot on it. Kelly's wrapped up, holding the ball. Pressure around the contest. Tight is strong.
There's pressure in the box too. Boys. It's exciting game.
Here's a switch kick to McCutcheon. Then McCutcheon kicks it down the line. Hoy's the man. He reads it well out in the back. Looks to play on. And it's not his best kick. It hits the car on the full outside the ground. And a free kick's going to go to the Roosters.
Just about hit the wild racing sign, Trent.
Tight kick from poor old Hoy. He's trying to urge and lift his side across the line here. They need a goal, the Saints.
And he might be even a touch sore too, in fairness to Hoy.
So the Roosters, they're on centre wing and they're doing all the attacking at the moment. Williamson plays on, runs, he's allotted 10 metres, kicks towards Bex, Miller's there, gets the fist, Bex keeps his feet, coming through there, free kick for a throw.
Yeah, no, I thought that might have been the case.
It's going to go to Miller. Now he's got Hoy out wide, goes further afield looking for Neve. The boundary line's going to beat them all. How many draws have we had on Good Friday footy, Hilly?
I don't think we've had one, Matt.
None today.
I'd go with none either, mate.
But I have been wrong before, and there's every chance we could be wrong. And there could have been Good Friday draws from many years ago. So Bradley and Bex, centre wing out of side. It's even here at Victoria Park, 56 apiece. Tackling pressure at its premium. Here's Jackson Couch, does a little tunnel handball. Good one in the end to his teammate. Inside 50. Can they reach? Here comes Nicholson. Toe poke towards the goals. It's a wrong end, and it's gone through for a line of score.
He's kicked 1-3 this quarter, and he got 1-4.
Maybe one. I think it might be 1-3. So the Roosters are up by a point on the Solomons Florian Blind scoreboard. The kick-in's good to the Saints. Bradley takes the mark. 21 minutes gone in this final term.
They just can't get it past the middle, Koroit, can they?
I was going to say, Oz, have they been inside 50 quarter? They have.
I reckon Sammy Dobson's a bit sore too. He copped a heavy hit up there and he's just not moving as well as he was and as free as he was in that third quarter. But in saying that, the defensive back six have been enormous. They're setting up so well behind the footy here for South Warrnambool. So kick comes forward. Could have been a push out there. Umpire says no. Play on. Here goes Nicholson again. Can he gather? He's got 1v4. He's in there again. Dives on the football, goes through. So it's a 2-point lead now. So we've ticked over 22 minutes. Roosters 8-10-58. Koroit 8-8-56. Solomon's falling on blind scoreboard. The Moon Man says, I've got to play on quickly. But Thompson intercepts. Nice mark. Goes short. Guess who's on the end of it? The Prince. The Fresh Prince.
Of Bel Air.
And Nicholson, he's blowing like a Cheshire cat.
Blowing. That's grinning like one as well.
He's going to go back. And if anyone can kick it, he will. He's kicked 1-3 this quarter. He's turned it on. He's tired.
Tough kick. Tough angle with the wind.
Comes in. Nicholson, he strikes it good. I think it's a goal. No, they were going to go upstairs for the MRP.
That's the match review panel.
But it's another score. 8-11-59, Roosters 8-8-56. Koroit.
O'Keefe takes the mark at centre half back. The Saints have just struggled to get it forward of the centre circle in this final term. Corridor, the kick's not bad, went through the hands. Peterson gets it to McCutcheon. Oh, he had it, then he lost it. Now picked up by Henderson. Atchison, steady head. Good one into the running way of Walker Owen. He wheels around on the right boot. Nicholson again.
What a quarter he's had.
He's had it on a string, Dan Nicholson, and he'll have a set shot. He's kicked 1-4
for the quarter.
And he's looking for his second, and to give the Roosters a 9-point advantage as we're nearing towards full time, 23 minutes.
And just as cleverly taking time off the clock too, Nicholson.
Haven't seen him below this hard since he was putting the frames up at my joint, boys.
45 metres out. Nicholson kicks from 48. And it's kicked to the left and a minor score, so it's 4 points in advantage of the South Warrnambool Roosters.
He could have won this on his own in this last
Well, and you know what? It just go to the other end so quickly, can't it? It hasn't looked like it, but it can, and it's just one score away from Koroit again.
The Saints just can't hit targets in the moment. Little chip kick, 4 gets him nearly on the end of it again. Coming through. Here's Big Harry Monk. Big Ironmonger dives on the football. The umpire says going nowhere.
He needed a wheat sack to pick that up, I think, Harry.
We'll have a ball up a true centre half forward position. Crackers, Fleming balls it up. How long to go, boys, do you reckon?
Still a couple of minutes, at least a couple of minutes.
Peterson coming through there was Dye. High up and under. Good fist away over the top there from the Roosters was by Benny Miller.
Unfortunately, it's at the wrong end of the ground, though, for the Koroit Footy Club.
So we're just about to tick over 25 minutes. Roosters lead by 3 points. This has been a really entertaining game, Hilly.
It has been an absolute ripper for Good Friday football. Round 3 of the Hampton Football Netball League.
And in hindsight, how important that last goal just south of the third quarter. It really pulled them back.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was in the last sort of minute or two, wasn't it?
Kick the south here, boys. Kick in danger.
So the Roosters will get a free kick, and well, gee whiz, if they nail this one...
That's a big call this late in the game, isn't it?
It's going to be very hard. Yeah, Tommy Noonan. He kicked a beautiful one in the second term. So Noonan... He kicked 50-plus goals in the Warrnambool and District Football Netball League last year with Dennington.
I think if he kicks it, it's all over. If he doesn't, there's still a sniff there for Koroit.
He's going to kick from about 20 metres out, slide angle, to give the Roosters a very good lead, and he pushes it across the face. It's out of bounds on the full, and it just gives the Saints a glimmer of hope. Miller will kick in for Koroit. Now, their kicks are going to have to be spot on here. Campbell dropped it. He plays on. Dye's going to go towards the football. It's out of bounds on the full, and now I guess their execution, mate.
Oh, they've lost all system, haven't they? Lost all system.
They just can't hit a target, boys.
No.
Chris McLaren will be absolutely shattered with this. He'll go and watch this last quarter back, I reckon, if they lose this. And they just have not been able to hit a target. They've just been under pressure. But that's all because of the Roosters' pressure. High up and under. Sitting underneath that one was Hodgins. There's Irving, quick kick out of the pack. Another minor score.
They've got to roll the dice through the middle of the ground, Matt.
Yeah,
Just got to go long through the middle of the ground.
Can't kick it wide next.
No, it's their only chance.
4-point lead to the Roosters. It's been one hell of a comeback, to be honest. The Moon Man, he goes, I'm just going straight up the guts, like you said. Big fly, big pack, coming through. Irv, take it high, Irving.
All the numbers have been south, haven't they? And Irving has been brilliant in the second half of this game.
Terrific. He was brilliant in the last quarter last week. He's what really sparked the Roosters. Midfield, he's electrifying in there. And I'll tell you what, he's got the leg to kick this too.
Well, the thing is, he can milk a good 30 seconds off the clock as well, Matt.
So Maxi Irving, he's going to kick right on the 50-metre arc. We've ticked over 27.5 minutes on the league contracting time clock. This is the ice the game for the Roosters. They lead by 4 points. Comes in, he toes it. I don't think it's got the leg. I think it's out of bounds on the full as well.
No,
bounced in. So there is just a little bit of life.
Boundary throw-in's probably not the real result that Koroit would want either.
No. So here we go. About 5 metres around in the right forward pocket for the South Warrnambool Roosters. Bex gets it out of the ruck and he's wrapped up, and that's holding the ball. He's had an opportunity, umpire Jennings said, so McCosh looks to play on. The kick has to be spot on, and it hasn't been. And Dye took a nice mark. They've just struggled with that outlet kick. The Koroit Saints and the Roosters, they lead by 4. And Jack Dye, who we know is a beautiful kick of the football.
He'll kick this.
He'll go very, very close with the distance. So Jack Dye setting himself 45-degree angle.
I'd love to know forward 50s. I don't reckon Koroit have hardly had it in their forward 50s.
Not this quarter. No, they haven't. Hasn't gone past the middle.
It'll be a 52-metre kick. Works around the angle. Connection is good. And it's another minor score. So it's 5 points to the margin. They've peppered the goals. The Roosters.
They need a bit of Connor Byrne or Dobson magic here, the Saints, don't they?
Well, someone's nearly got to run the length of the ground, don't they? That's the thing.
They just can't get it out.
Even a couch at this stage of the game.
They just look tired, don't they?
They do.
So the Moon Man, he's got a few players short. He says, no, I'm just going to go long and strong. Kick to me, captain. Big fist over the top there from Munt. It's going to come straight back. Mac Peterson. So now they're looking. Player just a little bit sore getting up there too. I reckon that's poor old Hoisey again. He's copped another one, the big fella. He's in the walls today. He's going out wide, boys. I don't know what you're doing.
No hope there.
They had a spare on this side of the ground if they had to move that quickly then. Not even. It just... Yeah, for some reason there.
Geez, poor old Hoisey. He's had one hell of a game, hasn't he, again?
Yeah, I think he should just go and jump the fence and go straight to Koroit Pharmacy, boys, because he's...
He'll be in the ocean tomorrow.
There was a big hit then. He sat underneath it. He's just got no fear, to be honest. He's
same spot, that same hip that he...
Yeah. Here goes Walker Owen now. Little banana bender forward. So still a 5-point ball game. One straight kick. They just need some clean pill, Hilly.
Yeah, they do, but I think time's certainly going to be on.
We've played 30 minutes, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of stoppages, so you'd imagine maybe another minute or two, but I wouldn't think any more than that. So boundary throw in left forward pocket. Bex looks to get it quickly out of the ruck, and he did. Quick hands there by the Saints. Mac Peterson bangs it on the boot. There's the siren. And the Roosters prevail in Good Friday football. It was a dominant last term. They peppered the goals. Nicholson was one of the heroes, and they run out victors by the tune of 5 points against the Koroit Saints here at Victoria Park.
Really good victory in the end by South Warrnambool because they dominated that last quarter.
Absolutely. And I mentioned during the call, for mine, Koroit were going like winners in the third quarter, but they just all of a sudden, all of that run stopped and they just couldn't find a target, could they?
Yeah, no, you're right. You hit the nail on the head. That final goal just on the cusp of three-quarter time. You just sensed they just lifted a little bit.
Crucial, wasn't it? Crucial.
Absolutely it was. So a really healthy crowd, and the official crowd figure's been handed by the great Ants Marnie. And 7,041 for Good Friday footy. That is, Hilly's just going through the record books.
That'd have to be a record.
Biggest one we've had in Good Friday football.
Yeah, I remember a final here in 1985. South Warrnambool played Warrnambool, and I thought that was the biggest crowd we'd ever see here at Koroit, a preliminary final. But we might have eclipsed it today, Matthew.
Unbelievable. So that is huge on Good Friday. Let's go down to our very own sidewinder, Philip Possum Kelly, who's got one of the stars of the game. He's got to be a Matthews Petroleum contender in Maxi Irving.
Yeah, good on you boys. Got Maxi down here, mate. That was a terrific last quarter by you boys. You just dominated the game. You got it inside forward 50 on numerous occasions. You just didn't allow Koroit to get it out.
Oh, it was unreal. Everyone was just cracking in. It was a really good game, good intensity.
And yourself, mate, you're at the drop of a lot of footies, and you're able to get that ball forward yourself on a number of occasions. Except that last quick kick, mate, that was a bit of a wobbler.
Stinker. I had a couple of them too. Oh, jeez.
But this gives you good confidence, doesn't it? I mean, you've come from behind to beat Koroit, who played very, very well for three quarters, and you're coming off the back of a disappointing loss last week against North. So it sort of, I know it's only early in the year, but it sort of kick-starts things again, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good to get back on the winners' table anyway, and going to the bye knowing we've got a good win. Happy.
Friday, mate, and rest of the week off, obviously. What's on for the rest of Easter?
Unsure. I might go head down and watch Lugger up for Werribee. I might go with a couple of boys and watch him.
Sounds pretty good to me, mate.
Yeah, no, it should be good.
Get in and kick, sing the song, boys. I don't think we'll get it, but we'll go in and try it.
Go in and
pretty
try
hard
it,
down here at Koroit.
It's a long way away, Poss, and the luck we've had this afternoon with everything, we've just had a few little technical glitches with our ways. The crowd's so big, I think that's why we've just been dropping in and out this afternoon. So
everyone's on the internet on their phones.
That's it, Poss. But yeah, I'll tell you what, South Warrnambool, Good Friday victors once again. And that was a very, very impressive come-from-behind victory. They were gone halfway through the third quarter, but they've fought back and they've won this contest, and they've just changed the scoreboard. So it was actually one straight kick, Hilly.
Yeah.
So, gee whiz, imagine if Koroit had got up the other end and got a go and thought they won by points. Wouldn't that have been some conjecture? Unbelievable. Righto, this is the post-game, all thanks to Conquest Pools. We might get the song by the sounds of this.
Hang on.
As soon as I say it, I'm mozzed ourselves. We just might... Gusto. And good on the South Warrnambool Roosters. They run out victors by 6 points. This is the post-game wrap. All thanks to Matty Canadian Conquest Pools in Warrnambool. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, go through our better players, and we'll wrap things up from what has been a huge day at Victoria Park, Koroit this afternoon.
3YB.
Broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural. Badeness Rural.
3YB FM's Hampton League Live.
For our broadcast partners, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, McDonald's Warrnambool Eastern Central, Sungold Fresh Local Milk, and Harvey Norman Warrnambool.